Okay. Think first. Okay. You did it, Luffy. You got the second. Oh, and the first. Let's go.
I didn't think it would let me do the second, but it makes sense. I won't do that anymore.
Casey did that the first time. It was funny. Just tried to give someone else a chance. He's like, nah, fuck that. But, alright, let's see. Where did we leave off? I believe the last thing that we saw was, Equilibrium was rounding people up to attempt to make a journey out to, the Dragon's Envy Monastery in Opulence, due to information that he had gotten about supposedly a dragon there that was on its last legs and dying, quote unquote. So he's looking to get people to head out there in that direction. And in recent times, Art has been buried in paperwork, and Trent has gone off to take care of some of his own personal stuff. So the current group that we are left with at the moment is Equilibrium, Winter, 6-8, and they have been joined by Mr. Galen Corvus as well. Equilibrium, upon Gunter's request, has considered picking up some extra help from some of the recruits over in Ragnar Manor. And they decided, you know, let's wait, let's get a night's rest, and then let's head out towards Dragon's Envy in the morning, because it is apparently going to be a decently long trek up the mountain to get to the monastery at the top. And so we will be starting on the morning of this expedition with everybody getting up and getting out of bed. Winter, what are you doing this morning to start your day and prepare yourself for a long hike?
Let's see. What all did we need? Did we have like a cart or anything, or is it just plans to just go out?
This is up to y'all.
We're going
I
up
will
a
say,
mountain.
yeah, I will say, based on the information Equilibrium has given you, the mountain path probably would not be conducive of taking the auto cart in some places. Because while carts could get so far up a mountain trail, some of them are, you know, some of the areas are a bit more perilous, some of the areas are a bit too slim for a cart. And based on Equilibrium's research, he's also brought up that there are a couple of places where, you know, there are light bridges that probably wouldn't support the weight, and at the very end there appears to be a, well, sturdy or heavy bridge, one that spans a long gap and is incredibly old, that may not be the best idea to bring something so heavy across.
And because of the party members swapping, there's stuff that I think was assumed behind the scenes of like benefit the cart or grab Galus with, like, was it berries or something? Does that change? Like, do we need supplies? That's more of a game thing.
I was gonna say that's up to y'all. Obviously,
basically whatever I would need, I would just gather it from Eminence.
Yeah, you
for
can.
The trip.
You can stock up around Eminence and some stuff just from Ragnar Manor itself, just in terms of like food supplies. If there's anything specific you wanted to grab, like, you can throw that on.
I mean, he's probably just like letting everybody else plan stuff. Like, I mean, I know I would grab rations. You know, I think we need that, and then just go to wherever the recruits are, likely with Equilibrium.
Equilibrium would probably just be waiting out front of the manor itself.
Okay.
Just kind of
Well,
waiting
so-
for people to gather up before they head out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's
If anything, I probably never once remember to grab 6-8. But he'd probably just be following along.
6-8 at the moment, like, you kind of watch as you arrive and, like, go to gather up, and you see 6-8 kind of, like, goes to say hi to you, and, like, something in the voice box malfunctions, and, you hear Equilibrium, pipe up and just be like, yes, it seems the little fellow has been having some trouble with a few of his new upgrades this morning. We were just discussing it. He likely won't be very vocal today, but, I'm sure after, recharge and a bit of rest, he'll be good as new. You see 6-8 kind of look up at you and, like, nod, and a little spark comes out of his neck. You see he, like, the legs kind of fold in, he boosts himself up and kind of latches onto Equilibrium's back for the time being, as a little backpack.
Poor little fella. But Winter doesn't care though. So he'll go to the barracks or whatever for the recruit for Gunther.
Going back to the barracks with Gunther? Okay.
Well, yeah, wherever, because he had mentioned like some people we can take with us.
Yes.
So if the Equilibrium's waiting, I'm just going to grab them.
Alright. With that, Galen, what are you doing this morning? You were basically told to, gather whatever you would like to bring and, meet out front of the manor in the morning. So
Yeah,
how would you
Winter
like
would
start
forget
your
to
day?
grab you.
Yeah, I'll probably just be finishing up with my little nappy poo. I'm gonna finish it, like, finish attuning myself to that rare item that I have, and I'll probably take a second on a tree stump, just kind of chill for a minute and meditate and run my thumbs across the burns on my palm, and then start heading the way of where everyone's kind of gathering.
Gotcha. And on your way out, you would pass Gunter and Winter heading to the mess hall to you overhear Gunter kind of starting to talk to Winter as they're making their way there. Just, oh, we've got some a lot of them are pretty wet behind the ears, a little green. I don't know why I always default to dwarf for Gunter. He's just a smaller human.
Well, I've got the
God
dwarven
damn it.
beard,
Yeah, you do. You do have a
which
pretty
I
heavy
think would
beard
be icy for no reason.
I do like that. The constant, like, frosted beard. Like, when you see people
Yeah.
getting, like, frostbite. Go
Just
ahead and
over
roll me
here.
a D100 to see if it got any bigger.
Wait, are we talking about cock?
Just a
Wait,
little bit.
what?
No, we're not rolling. We are not rolling for cock and balls.
Not yet.
Ever again.
What?
That's what you get. If you're rolling for wiener size, you're rolling a D4 and subtracting one.
It's a
Hell
tractor.
It should.
Still an upgrade.
Let's go. Anyway, Gunter de-dwarfs and looks up and just, that beard's really doing you some good, honestly. Things down to your waist right now. Pretty impressive for someone your size. And you notice that, like, it kind of just, like, it has these little metal, like, brass ornaments in it, too, that just seem to come with it somehow. You don't know where they came from. They just appeared overnight. As it's, like, woven in places. But, anyway, we're, a lot of them are a little wet behind the ears. A lot of them are a little green. It seems like some of them are a bit more capable. And, like, he kind of opens the door and you see, it's pretty loud in the mess hall. You've got a lot of, like, more rowdy folk showing up. And, there are a few, more promising looking prospects. There's a large tiefling gentleman. Seems like he has a bow strapped to his back. Looks to be more rough and tumble around the edges, kind of a 5 o'clock shadow. And just Gunter walks up and just, well, I'd almost recommend that one, but I know you've already got someone that kind of fills the role. We've got I know you've already got someone in, well, if you want to bring someone else to be up front with you, this guy seems all right. Kind of points over at a gentleman at the table across from the tiefling man, who also appears to be sporting horns and a pretty beefy physique. John, if you would like to describe your character.
Yeah, so my character, you see he's pretty like well chiseled, almost to the point where you would think like this guy's on something. He's got like this flowing brown hair, these horns kind of curl up out of it. He's a satyr. And he's just kind of chilling at the table, kind of off to one side by himself.
Googling satyr. Alright, that's fair.
Gunter kind of elbows you in the rib, and just like, probably the best recruit we've got. The rest of them are a little, and he looks over at the other table, and it's just a bunch of like scrawny guys, just like looks like they're playing cards and arguing over something, and one goes to like swing on the other one and like hurts their hand, like hitting them in the chest. Just like, yeah, we've got to workshop a few of them, but if I can train you, I can train anyone.
Yeah, that's probably right. I'm head over the individual. So these were like, he told me there's like, they work for Eminence or whatever, or like they're trainees.
They're from
or adventurers.
They are trainees. Some of them adventurers. They seem to just come from all walks of life. Honestly, anybody who's willing to lend a hand to the cause after Ragnar Manor suffered the losses it did.
All right, yeah. Later, I'll just walk to like training.
If you walk over to him, he's going to stand up out of the chair, like, Winter, very very nice to meet you. And he like puts like he starts shaking your hand like very nervously.
Winter will just take a step back at that. Honestly,
It's
Oh
true.
no! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just a really big fan of you guys. I've been waiting a long time to meet.
let's not call him Warrior King.
Sorry. My name is Artemis, but you can call me Archie. It's great to meet you, sir.
Oh, right, that's later. Yeah, Winter will just like be very unsure what to do around that.
And he's like holding his hand out, like.
I mean, I'll shake your hand for sure.
He like grabs and he starts shaking it really hard, like really hard.
Like, well, anyway, I'll break off. You've been promoted. We're heading out. That's it.
What? You mean?
Yep, we're going. We're going to see a
I
dragon.
get to go with you. Okay.
You ready?
I'm going right now.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Right away. And he like grabs his sword and throws it over his back, and then just like drops everything he's doing and just follows you.
Perfect.
And
Galen watching this, he's just gonna bury his head in his hand, just be like, "We're so fucked. This is not good."
As you're making your way like out of the mess hall, at first you hear you see like while this was going on, this like meet and greet was going on, Gunter was kind of like sizing him up, and he went behind the counter in the mess hall and started just like, you just hear metal clanking, and he's just, you Spaz, Archie, whatever you want to call yourself.
Yes, sir.
Longsword kind of guy, kind of just like points and gives you an eyebrow.
Yes, sir. I like the versatility it gives me.
Oh, here, think fast, and just like tosses one from behind the counter in your direction. If you want to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay. It's
That one dead.
one.
Sword pierces Satyr leg.
He can no longer walk.
Skewers
He's
you into the
crippled.
wall.
Suddenly, you're the first guy mentioned.
I'll still go, sir.
There we go.
Put me in, coach. Yeah, that is more than
Do
enough.
the
You,
roar.
you do it. You bobble it a little bit, but you do manage to get it by the hilt, and you realize this is a slightly better make than yours. This appears to be a +1 longsword.
Ooh.
And whatever your taste in armor is, we can get you a better suit of that before you go as well. We were kind of saving some stuff for whoever they decided to bring with them, so we can get you taken care of. Same with you. Any points over to you, Galen? But I know we've already discussed your upgrades for that.
Thank you, sir, but I do not tend to wear armor.
Oh, okay. You know what? I respect that.
I follow the traditional House Ragnar way, sir.
See, Gunter kind of gets a big grin. You can see his like the canine.
Winter will slap your
extending a
back
little
so
bit.
hard, happily. I knew I liked you.
Thank you, sir.
We're so fucked.
All right. So with that,
Winter, yeah. I just think it's funny. Winter just like no introduction, nothing. Just come on, talk on the way later.
He's following you like every step you take. He's like right behind you. He's
Well,
so
you're-
excited.
We're definitely doing that thing there where you just walk too close. I step to the left and you follow. And
Oh,
walk
you got me,
zigzag.
sir. Very, very good.
all right, as you awkwardly make your way in a shifting formation to the front of the manor. It's the crap, me too, homie. But as you awkwardly shift your way to the front of the manor, you see Equilibrium's kind of getting some stuff ready. He's kind of like packing some rope into a bag and getting some stuff out of the cart. Kind of just like saying goodbye to Olivia and giving her some instructions for like taking care of the cart. But she's been through this enough by now. She knows what's up. So you see her kind of like hop out of the back of the cart and bring Henry with her and head into the manor. Kind of just like scribble down on a sheet of parchment and just hold up a little piece of paper that says good luck and be safe. But Equilibrium also just begins to seems like he's focusing up a little bit and just right. Are we all ready to go? Is this going to be all the company we're having?
Yep, this is it. We're good.
Well, this would be welcome to have more hands on board, especially with 6-8 out of commission for the day.
To introduce, so bring him forward. Winter forgot your name, so he's helping us.
Yes, hello, and I am Equilibrium, and this strapping, beefy young lad is what is your name?
Archie, sir.
Archie, right. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You are well equipped to deal with matters of defending yourself and whatever wildlife we may come into contact with on the mountainside, correct?
Yes, sir. I will do my best for the team, sir.
Gunther said he's good for front, being in the front, so I think that's what we need.
Well, better him than me. Well, we are burning daylight, as they say. Let's get going. Kind of throws the pack up on his shoulder and waits for you, Winter, to kind of like get up front with him.
Yep, give me an Equilibrium hand in hand, figuratively.
Just figuratively.
For now.
Of course, of course. Right,
So it's me, the Winter, Equilibrium, Archie, Galen, 6-8.
Yep. 6-8 is effectively out of commission, but yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Just taking it on foot. It's going to take you guys roughly, I'd say, getting to the base of Dragon's Envy through the gate to Eminence and going through a bit of Opulence would take, I don't know, let's say if you guys started at like 9 in the morning, you'd probably get there by like, I don't know. It's a pretty decent hike, like 3 in the afternoon, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, something like that. And it is, as it almost always seems to be over Opulence, it's just kind of cruddy and overcast as you manage to get yourself out there. But looking up, like, you always saw this mountain in the distance from the main thoroughfare of Opulence. But you've never realized just how, like, monumental this thing was until you've stepped up to it now. It looks like it almost reaches the area of, like, cloud cover going up. And Equilibrium does pipe up and just, well, it seems, as standard mountain wildlife for the most part.
Let's go
Deer.
to the top.
We are going to the top. Yes. But seems this is the trail most commonly used by the monks of the Dragon Shadow to get to their monastery. And while it doesn't seem to be the best taken care of, that may be the least of our worries in some cases. Just be on your guard for the wildlife around these parts. Kind of gives a nod back to you.
We don't have the auto cart, so we're just walking. I mean, we'll have all eyes out.
And, for the... Right, you are members of the team now, formally. Galen and Archie, if you could watch the rear and make sure that no, cryptid-like entities, manage to creep up behind us, or... Well, if you hear whistling, you should probably leave. And he just
Let
turns
us know
and
if you
starts
see
walking.
large demonic hands out of the ground.
Yeah, you know, that would never happen.
All Archie said was watch the back, and his eyes are just like laser focused on the back, just like
Just walking backwards.
pretty much like he's just watching everything so intently.
Advantage on perception just through sheer will. Character.
All right.
Also, I sent Gunner that would be up front, hand in hand, figuratively, of course. He said both cold-blooded. I'm like, my God, you're right.
Just a bit.
Perfect.
It's true.
But, with that, making your way forward, I would like everybody to give me a survival check. Because this is going to determine roughly how long it takes you guys and how safely you can traverse this. There's going to
It's the
be
first time we've had to do stuff like that.
yeah, it's going to be more roughing it than usual.
Missed the ground.
Also, I was muted just before I did reply. I said Galen
okay.
was going to pull out his bow and then, with one hand, and then close his eyes and put his hand on Archie's shoulder and just say, dude, you gotta breathe.
If you hear him breathe, he's like the most like labored, like nervous breath ever.
That's funny.
It's literally Trent too. I
I
love
was
it.
going to say, I love the dynamic between these two already.
It makes sense that y'all just, like, definitely talk to each other more. When it's not very approachable. I mean, he talks. He's nice. But the
Okay.
homies.
So for survival, we got Archie with a 4. We got Galen with a 16. We got Winter with a 21.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give Equilibrium a roll as well, just to see how he's holding up. Survival's wisdom based, right?
Yes, it is.
Took me a while to find this skill.
I am fairly
Doesn't
certain
he have,
he's
like,
not proficient.
his cloak help him with that or something? Or was that perception?
That's more perception stuff. This is survival in particular.
Thanks
Not
for
doing
warning,
great.
Equilibrium.
Okay.
Has his eyes closed.
Yeah. Equilibrium is more focused on like pouring through like tomes that he would bring with him, and kind of like has his eyes more on the books than on the road, and is just kind of like side-eyeing
probably a
once in a
map.
while to make sure he's not walking off of a cliff. Well, he doesn't have a map. Like, he was not able to acquire a proper map of it. He was able to get general information and write it down. And a lot of it is just, like, what kind of wildlife is up here, the general, like, things to watch out for on the path, stuff like that. So he's more stuck in that. Archie's eyes are more fixed behind than ahead, and therefore isn't really picking up a whole lot of information on what may be around the surrounding area. Just is laser focused.
He's doing it real good.
Doing a great job. For Galen, you spend a lot of your times, you know, typical Outlander-ish stuff, like knowing where wildlife moves and how they move, etc. I would say you would be the first one to notice that after an hour or two of making your way up this trail, you heard Equilibrium's warnings of, like, you know, keep an eye out for, you know, the wildlife, the beasts that would be up here, stuff like that. Keep an eye out for, you know, crumbling trails and everything. And while the trails do look mostly stable through this part, you're noticing this area does seem just devoid of normal wildlife other than, like, the occasional, you know, very small stuff like a squirrel or a mouse kind of scuttling about. And that does seem slightly unusual. In Winter, you're kind of getting the same vibe. You're more focused on, like, just, like, keeping your eyes out for,
Yeah, he would check for things actually moving or looking bad.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of catch the same thing. You get that there are, like, small critters running around, but it seems like whatever, like, the kinds of things that Equilibrium would have been warning you about, larger mountain creatures, like, any sort of, like, dangerous creatures like bears or lions or anything like that, natural wildlife, don't seem to be about, or even, in some cases, harpies. And you're not catching hide nor hair of that, so chalk it up to good luck for now, but it does seem unusual.
They're afraid of me.
Can I make, like, a roll to see if I can distinct certain tracks from the others, if there's a potential, like, outlier in what's traveling through here?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. Because normally this is said to be, you know, the monk's standard path through here, and you're not even seeing, like, many humanoid footprints, though there are a couple.
Okay. I just want to see if I can, like, distinguish some from others and see if there's something really weird in terms of what's traveling through here, potentially.
Right.
Is that a survival again?
In this case, yeah.
Okay.
Very good. And you're looking to see specifically what is traveling through here, or if you can, like, distinguish specifically.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, yeah, no, the big things that you notice for picking up the specifics of these creatures, you do see, like I said, tiny piles of droppings for, like, smaller critters that would be able to live on mountains, like moles and mice and stuff like that. So, pretty hard to pick up, but with your eyes, it's nothing. You do see a couple of humanoid tracks that appear to be, you know, roughly human-ish size, and you're able to distinguish that there is one smaller set of feet and one, like, for, like, a larger body, but still humanoid, and it looks to be wearing some sort of man-made, you know, shoe, boot, like, actual foot covering, not just like a barefoot creature walking around. But you were kind of, it's one of those things where you were kind of just expecting more, and it seems almost barren compared to what's been talked about and what you've been warned about.
I'm just gonna, like, kind of nudge over to Archie, be like, I think he's talking shit right now. I think he's talking a load of shit. There's nothing out here.
What the fuck?
And about I'd say roughly an hour later, making your way up the mountain. As I change this. you do hear thunder in the distance as a bit of rain has begun to roll in.
I'm immediately gonna fall asleep.
Right.
IRL.
The ambience.
Yeah.
But as the rain and thunder rolls in and the wind starts to pick up a little bit, there are a couple of times where, I'm actually gonna ask for one more survival check real quick. It's gonna be a little more difficult as you're starting to get higher up and the trails are starting to thin a bit. The rain begins making them slick. Galen is on his ranger shit.
We do another.
Archie is not on the ranger shit.
You said another survival?
Yes.
Jesus, Archie.
Sorry, sir.
How is Archie doing with all this? You're starting to you're almost you're trying to watch behind you, but you're kind of having to look in front of you to make sure you know where you're going now, since the paths are twisting and turning a little bit more, and you're starting to trip over your own feet a little bit with that roll, and having to pick yourself up and kind of keep up with everybody, but it's hard with how slick the terrain's getting.
Winter would be making good
He's
pace.
so embarrassed. He's like, I'm messing it up, guys. Oh my god, I'm messing it up. In his mind, he's panicking in his mind.
He's doing his
Stupid,
best.
stupid.
You can invite Smeagol, guys. I don't know.
Smeagol.
Just a nicer version a little bit.
Galen's gonna try to do some gentle parenting, calming exercises with Archie in the back.
Oh, I love it. We'll see how Equilibrium's doing as well. He's also not doing the best. He's had to put his tomes away to keep them from getting soaked, and he's even though he's trying to focus, he's also just kind of tripping himself up a little bit. Seems like it's gonna take a lot longer time traveling at this pace.
I also feel like Equilibrium as a person, if he got rained on, would be so upset.
Oh yeah, he is visibly perturbed. He does not like being out in this. Galen, you're holding yourself together just fine, and it's allowing you to get in some proper calming exercises for Archie in the back. And Winter, you've been through worse. It's annoying, and with the metal sabatons, it's a little hard to keep your footing on some terrain like this when it's slick, but it's not too bad. That said, at one point, everybody does kind of look back and make sure that you're doing okay, Archie. And you hear from up ahead just someone out there? Y'all doing all right? Hello? And looking back forward, you see, wrapping around the corner, there is what looks like some light spilling around the corner, and you can see the faintest bit of smoke trailing from outside of it as well. And it smells like you're walking up on a bonfire, basically.
That's up ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shout up to the front as I'm trying to pat Archie on the side, eyes front, and then be okay, now in. There you go. All right.
Hello, yes, we're traveling up the mountain.
Yes, it's quite soggy out here. And person calls back. If you need shelter, come through here. We've got a bit of supplies. We could afford to share a bit.
I think I'll look at Archie and hey, probably take a little break.
You say that?
Yeah.
I can keep going, sir.
I'm sure you can, buddy. You're doing great. We're just gonna dip in here for a bit. See, I'll walk to that person.
And
With my axe out, though.
Of course,
Still
of course.
stranger.
as you do greet people.
I'm not like holding it like aggressively, but you know.
Right, just
out.
at the ready. Yeah, understandable. And they don't seem too put off by it as you round the corner and you make it to where it seems to be like this heavy iron door that's kind of put over what looks like a natural cave into the side of the mountain. And you hear her just, "Can you help me get this?" And you hear like heavy footfalls coming from behind her, and you can see through a small, almost like mail slot size hole toward the eye area. You can see what looks like a pale woman with slightly pointed ears, kind of like this like curly blonde hair, kind of looking over at someone that's out of sight through the slot. And then you just see like these big, meaty, like grayish blue hands kind of like grab the middle of it and start pulling. As he opens it up, you see two people in matching dragon shadow robes, like the members of the monastery, the monks, opening up the door. They don't appear to have their hoods or masks on, and you can see like the skin on their face appears to be, as I've described before, it's almost like watching paint peel and like flake off. And it looks very uncomfortable. It almost looks like you can see like some of the veins like highlighted like bright red and blue beneath some of the peeling bits of the skin. And you see she's just, "Sorry for the appearance. We were trying to take a break ourselves. We're kind of stuck up here, you see. Come on in, come on in." And kind of ushers you guys inside. I'm
Yeah, I'll,
good, yeah.
well, I was just walking ahead. Thanks. Didn't expect a downpour.
Well, we didn't expect to be stuck up here for as long as we have been either. Isn't that right, Jarek? And you see the big guy, who you can tell is an orc now, also appears to be, his face seems to be peeling far worse than hers. Just kind of grunts and nods. And she's just like, "Don't mind him. He's not much for conversation. I'm Mila. This is Jarek. We're no doubt you could tell we're members of the monastery. We were sent down on a supply run not too long ago and tried to come back up here, and the path was blocked by some brutes toward the end of the path. So we've been
Brutes?
bigger guys, bigger than him," and points at the orcish man with her. They had the bridge blocked off, and they were speaking in a language we couldn't quite understand. I think they were giants. You see Jarrett kind of just like grunt and nod.
Is that bridge the way up the mountain?
The only way to the actual monastery that we know of.
Well, then we'll clear it for you. So we're heading that way.
That's much appreciated. We've already taken in one, and kind of like looks to the back of the cave, and you see like they've got like a couple of tents set up, and there are a couple of what look like natural water sources kind of like pooling in the sides, making little ponds. And it is a nice little like natural, you know, carved out cave system. But yeah, no, you do notice that there is one other person who is also wearing Dragon Shadow garb and like full mask and everything still on, kind of sitting in the back of the room, kind of look up at you and look back to the fire that's going, tending to it. Just, that one's also not been much for conversation. We're doing our best over here. And, well, our supplies also aren't doing the best, so please don't mind the smell. And, you do notice, like, upon her mentioning that, and, like, it does kind of smell like rotting produce in here, which would make sense if they've been trapped in here as long as they've said before.
Yeah.
Look,
Uh,
yeah, no, if there's anything you could do for us to help us get this stuff up the mountain, that would be wonderful. We've got tents if you need to stay somewhere. Do you want to just wait for the rain to blow over, or it's only, no, I don't know what time it is, to be honest. It's been gray up here for a while. I don't know.
For bear, the stuff like with their skin, is that? You said you described it before. Is that what we saw like with the guards?
Yes,
one time?
you've seen this with other members of the Dragon Shadow specifically.
Okay.
Seems like some sort of condition they seem to carry. And
Well-
while this is going on, Jarek is just closing these heavy iron doors behind you. Just keeping the elements out.
Okay. Winter's blunt. I'll just kind of like, motion their skin. Like, is that? I've seen that before. Are y'all okay with that? Is that an affliction? Pardon me asking. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You hear almost a growl come from the big guy behind you. She just, don't mind him. He's not the most personable.
I get it.
You see she kind of like holds her hand on her forehead for a moment like she's got a headache. Just like, seems like she's straining. Just, it's more a boon than an affliction. It's a gift from our matron on the mountain. But sadly, she's not been in the best health, so this has been taking a toll on us as well. She seems like she's really having a rough time, like, getting that out.
Is that something that would afflict everyone that goes up the mountain?
No, I don't believe so. Seems like, it's more you have to accept her gift to be put in this position.
Okay. Or I don't
She
think
kinda
we'll be
like-
up long anyway.
If it's not nightfall, I mean, you can at least wait for the rain to pass. But, I need to go sit down.
No, thank you. I'm gonna pull out some rations because I would have packed a lot. And I give to them. I mean, they probably have supplies, but
And please, yeah, help yourself. We've got plenty of extra food here. If you don't mind a bit of the smell, some of it's probably still good. There are a couple of bags over by the tents if anybody would like to help yourself. Otherwise, we can, just wait for the rain to pass for a little bit. Do whatever you need to do, dry off, get the water out of your boots. She goes and also sits over by the campfire with the other figure.
Winter will just sit trying to take off armor so it can dry out.
What is everybody else doing?
Archie is like staring at Winter like he wants to say something, but then he keeps like not doing it. So he like looks at him like he's about to say something, and he just like, looks back away, and he looks back at him. It's like you can see him about to speak, and he just doesn't say anything.
I love this so much.
He's
Well,
gonna just
Winter ain't speaking.
It's also very obvious, by the way.
Of
He was
course.
just gonna be sitting in the corner and just kind of vibing. He's still a little paranoid about the whole situation, and also trying to keep his eyes somewhat outside as much as he can to listen and hear for things.
Well, if you're saying if it's like super obvious, then yeah, Winter will like Archie, it's all right. You can come here, talk.
I really shouldn't ask you this, sir, Would you do me the? I've heard that you are the best at arm wrestling.
I knew you were gonna say it.
And I just wanted to see if you would, if you, I know you would win. I have no chance, but it would be just the best thing ever if we could just do an arm wrestle.
I'm terrified. The winner will be super ecstatic at that. Just, yeah, right now. Let's go.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And like, you know how like when you're super nervous, your adrenaline starts pumping.
Mhm.
Like his adrenaline starts pumping, and he starts like kind of like his hands like start like squeezing, and like, you can like visibly see his muscles get like bigger, and I'm just like flavoring this as like he's going into a rage.
All right.
Good.
Like it's just the full adrenaline. Like he's like, okay,
He just
let's
lost
do it.
Yeah.
Anxiety fueled rage.
That's right. Oh, it's so good.
So modern.
All right. Go ahead and give me a post athletics checks. You do.
That's 27.
Plus 14.
You know how long I've been waiting to do this?
It'd be like that sometimes. Winter, you feel your arm immediately, like, from this timid and meek, like, guy that's been spazzing out most of the way up the mountain and tripping over himself. Suddenly you see the muscles swell and you feel just how much repressed strength was in this person. And it almost, like, knocks you out of your seat for a second. You have to, like, catch yourself and kind of, like, hold onto the table.
Winter does not have the best track record with small individuals.
It's true. Did lose to a child. That was hilarious.
Well, he didn't mean that. You don't have to bring that one up.
I'll bring that
Well.
one up. Okay, but you do start faltering. You guys can go ahead and roll me one more. In the
I
meantime,
think this is. Okay.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say that this is definitely gonna pique Galen's interest. He's gonna kind of look out his peripherals and be like, "Oh damn."
He
All
rolled
right.
2 2s. I think he's like kind of in his head, like, oh my god, I'm actually doing better than I thought I would.
Winter's just confused.
As this is going on, like, Jarek does actually come up to the small half-elven woman, and like you hear them like they kind of start just like watching and like whispering to one another while this is going on. Just like they look fascinated.
Could we be like comically like anime yelling?
Yeah.
It's grunting for Winter.
Mhm. While this is going on, I would like everyone to give me a perception check, except for
Except for us.
except for Winter and Archie, who are enthralled.
With each other.
So, actually,
In battle.
This will be Galen rolling, and it'll be Equilibrium rolling. Pretty sure he's going perception, so or at least okay. Okay.
Feeling our goat.
So
Oh god.
Equilibrium has popped down on one of the stools around the fire, and is like looks like he's trying to like dry his stuff out as well, kind of like wringing his robe out. Like goes to wring part of it out, and one of the eyes opens in the middle of it and looks at him. Just sorry. Like kind of puts it back and just kind of pats it off. But seems like he's more focused on drying up. Galen, you catch the faintest bit of them talking, and you hear the big guy just go, "It looks like they're enjoying themselves." And you see she just kind of smiles and nods and just, yeah, maybe one of them can help you out. And she nods to him. He just kind of like looks and smiles as well and just like shrugs, starts to walk over toward one of the tents. But you know, as this is going on, what was the last? Winter, your last roll was 24 to 16?
Mine was 16.
Yep, okay. So Winter, you do manage to recover and bring it back a little bit, and bring it back to neutral. How are you feeling about the situation now that you realize how strong this person is?
Honestly, just concerned in my own strength.
That's fair. All right, go ahead and give me another round, y'all.
No matter what happens, win or lose, it'll be in denial. the whole situation.
That's a 32.
Oh God. Okay, I didn't see the first one.
We're just gonna beat a 26 like it's nothing.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, he is a barbarian. This is kind of his thing.
It was Eileen's thing too.
Oh God. A raging barbarian that is just roided out. Yeah, you feel like your muscles swell, Winter, and you're feeling pretty good, and then you see just like his just swell even more than before, and you feel yourself slowly beginning to be pinned back again. It's not your weakness. You can tell that, and that's kind of scaring you. Go ahead and give me one more.
Never end. Never mind. What?
Gotta love advantage.
Raging advantage.
I even had good rolls.
And Archie described to me how you win this match.
Remember, I write.
Up to now,
I signed your check.
Archie. Up to now, like Archie has been extremely timid, and I think as this has gone longer and longer, it's one of those things where his mind's more and more focused on what he's actually doing. Not that he's winning, not that like he's just focused on the actual act of doing it. And so by the time he like slams his hand into the ground, I think all like anxiety and nerves have like left his body, and it's just pure like adrenaline. And he just like, as soon as your hand like slams in the ground, he like pops up, hits the table, and just screams at the top of his lungs. This like guttural, like deeper than normal voice that you would expect from him.
I love him.
And Winter, it throws you off the stool. Like, you are thrown to the ground. Your muscles are just burning at this point. Like, you're kind of thankful you didn't have your armor on, because if you did, it feels like it would have, like, the extra weight probably would have thrown your shoulder out of place when you hit the ground.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Winter will just, like, look in disbelief. Like, what the hell are you? You that same person I picked up?
I think he'll blink a couple times after he comes down a little bit. He's like, "Oh, what? Did I win? I won? Did you let me win, sir?"
Winter's in full denial. I just, I'm not feeling good today. We'll have to do it again sometime.
I understand, sir.
cold.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't do well in the water.
I knew there was no way that I could beat you on the top of your game.
I fucking hate this guy now. It was that quick.
So
That's how
good.
quick it was.
Galen's gonna let up a little smirk and give like an approval nod that way.
I'm just gonna walk over to Equilibrium and nudge him and kind of whisper like, I think we misnamed the Warrior King.
God damn. As this is
At least
going on,
strength-wise.
like, roughly at the end of this, you hear just the big guy at the end of the room kind of clear his throat. Just, if one of you could help me move this, it's starting to stink up the tents. And he's got like looks like the sack of produce that he was probably carrying, a larger one, is like leaning up against one of the tents, and you can definitely, like, as I said, the smell is in the air. You can, like, tell it's a bit rancid. If anyone could give me a hand.
Galen's gonna do like a little like clap and be like, "All right, beefcakes, let's go."
We're just gonna walk over muttering, "You need me." I'm gonna help.
Right, yes, sir. Right away.
You're doing great,
Like,
Chief.
He runs over there.
Mhm.
He's still like riding that high of just winning.
And Archie, as you approach, you notice the smell get just worse and worse around this. And upon coming up to it, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
At just
Am I good for
the
those?
pure rancid smell.
Okay, I'm okay at those. Nope.
Sorry. What'd you say? What?
Archie got there first, and while you can sense the smell getting worse, you notice he gets up there, and it's like he's gagging. Like it's enough to you manage to keep it down and like not fork up your lunch. But it's like you recognize that this is something foul beyond like just a regular smell.
Oh. What is that?
What is what?
Do you not smell that?
It's our fruit is probably bad. It's been here for a few days now.
With my background, would I know this smell to actually be like rotting fruit? Is that what it is?
I will say, given your background, I will not make you roll for it. You recognize this as not the smell of rotten fruits and vegetables. You can't tell what it is necessarily, but it is foul.
Winter will still walk up and just be like, "Surely you're just exaggerating."
And Winter, as you walk up, I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well for the smell.
So just con.
You also nearly vomit at coming up to this. And you can feel yourself like beginning to retch. And Winter,
Would I know if it's rotting flesh?
it doesn't smell like rotting flesh necessarily. It's just this foul, disgusting scent. Although you would, like, given your nature and your experience, you can feel that whatever this is essentially something that could have poisoned your system. And you would know that because you are resistant to it.
I am. Oh my! Look at. I thought that was useless.
Archie's not great at this, but can I do an insight check on this guy? Because I think after him saying like it's probably just the fruit, it kind of like sent off warning bells in his brain.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Can Galen also make one? Since he's already paranoid as is about this whole situation.
Yes.
Just a flat roll. I
I'm
hope
just
Galen's
still
good at
sitting
this.
back in the corner, watching you guys do this.
Just a 13 on the die.
Oh,
Dang it.
Yeah.
Perception.
Ah, dang it.
Y'all suck.
Wait, what are you doing perception for?
Oh, I thought that's what it was for the stuff.
I know
we're
this
at.
was insight to read this guy.
Oh, well, it's the same roll, so insight.
Gotcha. So
Sorry.
gotcha. Okay. So these are all above what he rolled. You guys can tell that this guy is he's trying to sell it and he's not selling it very well. And at that point, you see Galen, you specifically being closer, would see the woman still sitting on the stool over by the fire, kind of like digging her nails into the stool. Just say, "You fucking oaf!" And given that you guys have sussed out that something isn't right, there will not be a surprise round. However, I will ask everybody to roll for initiative.
Copy that. Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ.
I knew I should have done some murder. They actually seem totally fine.
They seem perfectly fine.
They did. I
Just a
thought.
just a bunch of chill dudes with rotted stuff. No big deal.
Yeah, that would be.
Keep that motherfucking thing on them.
Get
right.
that motherfucking thing.
It's just stank. That's it.
Wait, no, round 1, Art, 7 rolls to kill someone? What is this?
Art shows up and kills everyone, walks away.
We're not even
You're
plus.
welcome.
Quick.
Just remember
After the
Plus
paperwork.
we don't have any of the Trent temporary HP or
No,
or
you don't have
Healing.
Trent Revolver.
inspiration. You don't have French. Yeah.
Dude, we did that synergy though for 3 seconds once.
Damn, where's your
Yeah.
character at?
We're getting there.
Meanwhile, Trent and Art having an even more epic battle against a mountain of paperwork. Just burn it! Just burn it!
Just burn the whole damn thing.
I like to think. I like to think
Put
that
in
like,
the sun hole.
camera pans over to like a different scene. Like meanwhile.
I
Over
like
here.
I like the idea that they just get so overwhelmed they're just like fucking instead of throwing it under the bed, they're just throwing it into the sun hole.
That absolutely would happen too, and I love that. Alright,
Can't we just send random people there?
so I can start moving you guys over to the map now. As you see, this is roughly the situation you're in. As I'm gonna have to move a couple of these. The two that have the two that have the more ornate looking tokens, like the one by the door here, are the two that let you in. The big guy's up by this. I'm gonna say this is gonna be roughly on this space. Winter and Archie would have arrived about here. Galen
Those little
was
pictures.
sitting around the fire. The other lady was also sitting around the fire. But as this is happening, and she mumbles that he's a fucking oaf for not selling it well enough. Winter, you actually catch the bag begins to shuffle a little bit, and you see these just ghastly, gnarled claws rip out of it toward you, and you're able to jump out of the way in time, given that you guys were able to suss something out. And you see this just foul-smelling, wretched, pale grayish-blue skin creature with this long tongue just drooling out of its mouth, missing its bottom jaw, just staring your direction, just gurgling. And as this noise begins, two more smaller creatures that are similar in make kind of hobble their way, almost Gollum style, out of the tent behind Archie. And the same thing from the other end of the room. As these creatures begin to swarm from the sides. Initiative-wise, I'm going to have to do these one at a time here, so... Enter... You guys down just a little bit. Enter. Bump. 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 And bump. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the order that I have them listed here. So, Galen, what was your initiative?
9.
Gotcha.
13.
10.
Type faster.
Winters was 13?
Yes.
Ten,
Gotcha.
10.
Archie's was 10. Yep.
You know, Archie's telling the DM.
That's right.
Hurry up.
Getting scolded by a nerd.
A nerd who can fucking fold you.
You're absolutely right. He can kill me, but I'm still gonna talk shit. It's the way to be.
Bet you couldn't even fight me RL. Archie shows up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Archie from behind them. Like, on the other League of Legends team versus when you meet him IRL.
Their Shaco versus your Shaco.
Yeah. bastard. And then these guys. Also plus 3. Okay. See something real quick. Okay, this works out perfect. So as this is kicking off, you're just like, Galen, you hear these noises of shuffling and like cloth tearing from behind you, as well as you see this happening in front of you. You look back and you see the same thing like appearing from the tent and the produce like basket behind you, as well as the woman that let you in beginning to stand up and looks like she's readying herself as well. And you're seemingly caught in the middle of it at this moment. But at this point, Dan, if you would like to take your turn, your first in initiative.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's Dan's gonna take his Dan's gonna take his hood off, and as the hood comes down, 2 bunny ears kind of plop up.
Yes! Fucking herring gun. Yes!
You see a pale blonde-haired Klashtarian woman with like a rose gold like masquerade mask on, kind of violently bites her thumb and puts her thumb like onto the ground and starts like drawing like demonic sigils in like a circle as like a glow kind of goes around her. It's like this red, like demony, like crimson glow as like lightning begins to like arc up her arms and from her legs, and she's going to shoot at this guy with his tongue out. Negative energy flood at him. That guy must make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, I had to get up for just a second.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, what is the saving throw? What's the DC?
It's a 17 Constitution.
Okay, and what kind of damage?
Necrotic.
Gotcha.
This isn't the roll. I fucking McFucked it.
He does fail.
12d. No, 5d12. Yeah. 27 points of damage.
Damn.
And then,
Okay.
so as this like ribbon comes out of lightning that comes out of like her hand, she's also going to cast Eldritch Blast on him. Which is 2. It'd be 2 beams right now, I think, right?
At this level, I believe so.
So
I think it's 11s where you get 3.
Yeah. We'll roll another one for the second beam. Pain. There's a 19.
Both of those do actually connect.
Oh hell yeah! So like, the Eldritch Blast is kind of like spiral around the fucking negative energy flood, and they're going to be force behind them, so he'll get pushed back 10 feet. And I want to just like push him as far away as possible, like that way.
Gotcha, like along the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that would be.
I say, yeah. What are the damage rolls for those?
I believe Eldritch Blast is just a D10. Eldritch Blast. It is 1d10 plus my spellcasting modifier. So it's a +5, not a 7. But that's a d20. D10. I roll 2 because I hit both of them. Both of them. So it'll be 15 plus 11 points of damage.
So 26?
Yeah, 26 plus 27.
I'm guessing that's what the Agonizing Blast is, the +5 for each.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Bread and butter.
Yeah, so 26 plus 27.
6 plus 27.
That's the damage total.
Mm-hmm. And you actually see, like, these things were ready to pounce at a moment's notice, but you had also been keeping a very sharp eye on the situation, knowing that something was off. So the second you see it burst out and begin to make a beeline for Galen behind you, Galen, you see this woman begin to do this, and, like, turn and, like, get out of the way, like, you know, give her the space she needs to work, and you watch the energy flood go off, and then, like, raising her arm, fire off the 2 bolts. And it gets to about here, the energy flood hits it, and it seems to, like, not completely shrug it off, but it does seem to, like, it's not doing the full damage that you would expect from it. And by the time it gets to here, you just see as it gets blasted back into the vegetable bag and just knocks it over, and you see here just as, like, a bunch of rotten fruit and vegetables do just fall over and roll toward the tent as this thing is blown to pieces by that barrage. This one is gone.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
And then, I'm going to, I can't move the guy that I think that is me. But we're going to just, like, center ourselves on the screen, like, down here.
Oh, sorry, that's right. I need to give you guys the ability to move your tokens. I was doing other stuff.
Token.
Yeah. This one. Do you? Okay. All right. You should have the ability to move yours now.
Bam.
Let me get everybody real quick. Galen should be good. Winter should be good. And Archie should be good. Okay. Is that all you would like to do on your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Gotcha.
Oh, and when that guy gets, oh, by next turn, that guy gets back up as a zombie.
Oh, shit. Okay. Got you.
I don't even know what all just happened.
I will ask, does that affect undead?
I'm not entirely sure. It just says here, a target killed by this damage rises up as a zombie at the start of your next turn.
Okay, yeah. If it doesn't specify, then yeah, you're good. Because I know some things are very specific about that. I know Animate Dead is like, you can't target, like, you know, a something that was already a zombie.
Wait, hold up. If you target an undead with this spell, the target doesn't make a saving throw. Instead, roll 5d12. The target gains half. Target gains half the total as temporary HP. RAP in the chat.
Oh, was that negative energy flood?
Yeah, that was the negative energy flood.
It gets half of the damage from negative energy flood as temporary HP?
Yeah.
Okay, he's meat's back on the menu, boys.
I didn't realize he was undead. Here we are.
Yep, that's how it be.
Well,
so
we're making things worse.
quick maths real quick. So that was still 26 damage off of the
so
Eldritch
yeah,
Blast, right?
Yeah, so then it would have been the Eldritch Blast would have hit after the energy flood. So the energy flood would have gave to 27 halved.
So
like
14.
13, yeah. And then be 14 minus 26. Fucking. I
So it
would
would
have
have only taken
actually
12
hit.
damage.
Yeah, I would have only did 12 damage to it. Yeah.
Understood. It do still be up then.
Yeah. It has 10 less movement on its turn as well.
10 less movement? Or, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a little blue chilled marker then.
Yeah, it would really help if I actually read my spells. I just saw 5d12 necrotic damage, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Hey, you also didn't necessarily know
what's
that
this
these were
spell?
undead, so
Here
it's called
it is.
Negative Energy Flood. It's a necromancy spell. It's rad.
I wouldn't have known it.
Unless I checked the song that was playing.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I literally just was like, "This looks like good combat music."
It is.
They do fit though.
Soiled it.
All right, so that one is taking 12 damage. Understood. And you watch as the energy flood hits it. Like, it goes to take that step forward. It still would have been blasted back to, like, here. From the, or I guess, like, probably one more back along the wall. But, so, like, you watch as the energy flood hits it, and you actually see its form swell for a second. As if it's, like, getting stronger from it, and you're like, okay, maybe not that, and like then switch to your Eldritch Blast and start like hammering away, and you watch it like go back to its like essentially normal non-engorged state, but you get the feeling that probably isn't the play in the future.
Yee. Anyway, we started blasting, dog.
That's right. he's actually still got a couple of holes in him. Like you can see straight through, like the goop and stuff like pouring out of his chest, but he doesn't seem to care. And with that, it is the ghast's turn. And
Yes.
yep.
Does he also go
Oh.
and shoot fireballs?
Sometimes. This one's going to, given that it was intelligent enough to wait and attempt to ambush Winter initially, it is going to... You can move through ally spaces, that's fine. That is the thing. So it's going to take 10, 15, 20, 25 to wrap around Winter and to try to box you guys in. And this one is going to...
Mr. Diab, he walked out of my attack range.
He did. You may take an opportunity attack if you wish.
Choosing the wrong two people to flank.
10, 15, 20,
Dang it.
25. This one's going to go this way. That's exactly 30. That does still hit.
Okay.
Cool.
These things do not look very difficult to hit. Their movements are sluggish. They're more,
And question, so I was in a rage. Do you think at this point I'd still be in rage? Like, has it been too much time? What's your ruling on that?
Does it last for 6 seconds? And
I
like
think it's like
after, it's like a turn after if you don't take damage or attack.
Let me double check. It is. Your rage lasts for a minute. It ends early if you're knocked unconscious or your turn ends if you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn.
I will say it probably would have ended just because there was the time
Okay.
after the arm wrestling match, like
Yep.
actually talking and then going over to like help and have that whole interaction.
Gotcha. I just wanted to clarify.
Yep, no, that's good.
And that's a double hand, so that's shoot. Do this. I don't attack with strength ever.
It's weird.
It's weird.
What are muscles?
That is 11. That's 11 points of damage.
Yo, DM,
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. If I hit Winter with negative energy blast, will he gain temporary HP?
One way to find out. To be fair, your character may not know that he is that he is
mean, I
necessarily
don't-
undead yet, but yeah,
They would.
I don't.
that's something to
but,
think about.
Yeah.
We had talked about if healing did that. We decided no, but I'm like, or I think it was radiant damage if I was, because we didn't want to do the healing thing because like I'm not good and I want the healing.
Yeah, I will say, in this case,
I
if
wanted
you-
radiant. Now I want radiant damage to like be gooder against me. If
Yeah.
we would do like other stuff like that, I just don't like the healing things. I'm like, oh, this might.
Yeah, no, I agree that you are still alive and enough of a person to not get the negative effects that undead get from like not being able to be healed by healing magic. So in this case, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. That's interesting. That's a very interesting case
It's quite the thing to use on it for temp HP anyway.
for
just
sure.
One person.
They do be a lot. But yeah, no, that's
don't-
11 points of damage. Correct? On the
Yep, that's 11
Yes.
points of damage.
Gotcha. And you do manage to get a pretty good hack into its back as it runs around, and it seems... You took a good chunk out of it, and it just doesn't seem to particularly care. Like, it stumbled a little bit, but it's still kind of, like, caught itself on, almost like a gorilla on its knuckles for a second, and then like made its way around to the other side.
Okay, terrifying, terrifying.
Mm-hmm. And these two are going to attempt attacks on one on Winter and one on Galen. So we're going to do Winter first. That is with flanking. Winter, what is your dexterity modifier, by the way?
It's a fat 1.
Okay, so your current AC is 11. Because you took your armor off when you entered the cave, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is going to be a 22 to hit. Because of the advantage. Well, even without the advantage, the 17 plus 5 would be a 22. So that does connect. Gonna roll for Galen really quick to see if that connects with him. I'm guessing an 8 misses.
It sure does.
Alright. Oh, actually. He wouldn't have even been able to do that. I take it back. I apologize. Because his speed was reduced by 10, so he would have only gotten to roughly here. And he is still on his way to you. We take that back.
Get fucked.
Get absolutely Eldritch Blast slowed. Nerd. That's why he had the little condition marker. Thanks, condition marker.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Alright. This one does connect with Winter, though. That is going to be... It's going to be with claws. It's going to be 2d6 plus 3. It's going to be 10 points of slashing damage. You know what? This is really funny. You feel your muscles start to seize, and then you feel your undead nature shrug off whatever is trying to lock you in place. And you actually see you hear the guy behind you just, what the hell's? Like, just not understanding why whatever they were trying to do didn't work on you. You do not have to...
Deodorant, bitch. People don't smell me.
That's right. You do not have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I get the 10 damage.
All right. So 10 damage there. There's also... Okay, got it. New monster, who dis? And then we come to... That's going to be them. We do come to Winter. And because you saved once, you are now immune to its stench effect. So you don't... You're still... It still stinks, but you're no longer retching.
Yeah. Alright, this boy took some damage, right?
Yes. Took some damage from Archie cutting into its back as it wrapped around.
Good boy. I'm hit this guy though.
All right, turn your back on that dude. Turn him for the big lad.
Yep. I don't care about tongues. They're not threatening.
Ugh.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I remember how to play. Hang on. Hold on. So it's plus. Oh, yeah. Strength, proficiency, and then 1 for the weapon. So that is plus 10 to hit.
That is a 24. That does hit.
And you know I'm going to obliterate this fool.
Of course.
It's been so long since I've been able to. I didn't obliterate a single person with Void Cube. Unbelievable. It is... Weapon is... 1d6 plus slashing, or 1d12. 12 plus 6. And then I'm going to do the obliterate damage. Does it matter if any of it is cold or necrotic?
It does.
Okay.
Go ahead and you can roll it all.
I'm just going to do... Yeah. We can do like the first 3
The first 3 are cold, second 3 are necrotic.
Got it. Okay. So how's your strike landing? How are you flavoring your strike landing? What kind of swing you taking at this man?
This is a big guy, right? He's like bigger than me.
He's a little bit taller than you. He's built like stocky, like, you know, typical orc build, but like he's still roughly, you know, medium humanoid size. He's just on the bigger side of that. He's roughly like he's a little bit bigger than Archie, and Archie's like a little bit bigger than you. To put it in perspective.
I think it's the most gruesome if I go for stomach. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So just going to try to like drag it across his gut.
Yeah.
So as
Archie, this is probably the first time Archie notices my axe's eyeballs. It's just all open suddenly.
Yeah, the eyeballs all just flare up with this like green and blue like energy that kind of just like fogs off of them. It has like this rime that forms on the edge of the axe. And as
normal person wielding normal weapon.
Yeah, of course. As you cut into like the top of the abdomen, you actually see where it was like, you know, the robe. Like the robe drops down a little bit and lets you see like the skin underneath and the flesh underneath. And where it is like the normal grayish orcish skin, you see it just kind of like slaw off, and you're able to see a chunk of flesh beneath that looks like this foul gray, like covered in boils and pustules from almost something that seems to be wearing this orcish skin as disguising itself with it. And you hear him just kind of, he sucks some air in through his teeth for a second, but then just looks down at you and grins and just as it appears it does appear that he resisted all of the damage from the obliterate. So he is going to take 10 damage.
What was that? 9. 3 plus 6.
Oh yeah, plus the 9. Thank you. Yep, so 19 points.
And a fat 12. No bard. Crazy. Unplayable game.
Unplayable.
It's just ridiculous.
Your second, like, the gruesome
if
hit.
I try to
ahead,
like just dig it deeper into him, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense for like a second attack, especially if it fails.
Yeah, like you go across with the first one and you try to hit the same spot and dig it deeper and hit just above it into what seems to just be like more almost like exoskin. It's uncanny that they are almost literally wearing what looks like they're wearing these bodies as suits, and it just seems to not fully connect with it because it's just going into skin that's not its own.
I'll just mutter to Archie like, all right, you handle this guy. I'll get the others. You know. I don't like him.
How's Archie handling seeing everything that was just described?
Was it Archie's turn or?
Yeah, we are actually coming to Archie's turn.
Yeah,
but how's he handling? How's the mental right now after seeing all that?
Archie's mental actually is not bad.
Okay.
Because as soon as this starts happening, it's one of those things where Archie, the way he is, he's been waiting for something like this his entire life, basically. And it's just that adrenaline pumping through his veins as he starts to go into his second rage. It's not this nervousness. It's just this full I can let loose kind of feeling. And he's not scared at all.
Oh yeah, brother.
So you're trying to say to take care of this guy? Is that right? Winter? Goofy?
Winter.
Wah, wah.
He would wait till I stepped away immediately. Yeah, the guy I just hit, this one.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
All right. He fully did not hear you.
Cool.
Because he is just going full into a rage. and he's gonna sidestep down here. And he's going to make a full swing on this guy that he hit previously. While in that rage. Where
Really
did my ice roller go?
You are moving out of this guy's opportunity attack range.
That's
so he will
all-
take a
that's
swing
all
on you if
good.
That's good. Okay. Let me make sure real quick.
Just throws hands up like, what the fuck?
Kids these days.
Yeah, right. Whenever he's strong, fine.
That does not hit.
It's not hit. Got you. Yo, OG Breadstick, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
All right, so I'm gonna
does not hit. Yep, you're good.
I'm gonna take my longsword both hands and swing it at this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
I do have advantage on that. That's gonna be roll for nat. It's a 23 hit. I'm guessing. Because I hit him earlier, I guess not a 16. And that is going to be a I should have called this earlier, but the whole point was this was supposed to be a pushing attack.
Gotcha.
One of his battle maneuvers.
Really quick, although you didn't need it, why did you have advantage right there? I am still learning your character as well.
Rage. Does rage not give advantage?
Only
Am I crazy about that?
Reckless
Oh,
attack gives you
yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, I would have reckless, but I can't do that right now. Okay. So it was just a single. I
Gotcha.
still hit though, right?
Perfectly fine.
23?
Yep, you still hit. I was gonna say
Gotcha,
they're the
okay.
same either way, so you're fine.
Sorry about that. I'm also learning my character.
I was gonna say, a lot of new stuff are going on right now, so
Yes.
bear with me as well.
So that's gonna be a pushing attack right there.
I can bear
I'm gonna push him back 15 feet,
Going 15 feet. Okay.
and then I will roll my damage real quick. It's gonna be a beat. I am raging, so it's gonna be +7, +8.
Does he have to make any sort of save for the push, or does it just happen with the connect?
Is he bigger than large?
No, he is medium.
Then it just does it.
Gotcha.
I believe. Let me double check. Sorry, if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, that might mess up what I want to do, but it's my strength.
Oh, we will see. We'll see how his saving throw goes. You rolled a 15. What's
That does not do it.
Does not
it's
do it.
a-
What's your DC for
It's a
that?
16.
16.
16.
Got you. Understood. So he is pushed 5, 10, 15 feet this way.
Okay, and that makes him more than 10 feet away from me. And so, without caring about this guy right here, Archie's just going to run straight toward him. So he can take an attack of opportunity if he wants. And I will roll damage to him. I need to do that too.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh
say,
my god, that's max damage.
Give me the damage first, yeah.
18 on that guy.
It is 11 plus 18. He looks like he is just barely holding together as you, like, whack him onto the floor. And Winter, all you hear from behind you is just...
Bro got ragdolled.
But yeah, please continue. You said you were going after him.
Yeah, I'm going to run after him, so if this guy wants to make an attack of opportunity, he is able
He-
to do so.
He would like to. See how he rolls. That's not going to do anything. He is going to swipe at you with the claws, but to no avail.
Noise.
And you're going
Ow,
up to
claw.
here, correct? Ow, claw.
Yeah, he's going to run at him, and as he gets here, he's going to jump in the air. He's going to do a high jump with my mirthful leap. So what that is my with a 10-foot plus running jump, my high jump is 9 feet. Mirthful leaps gives me an extra D8. So I just need to roll a D8 to see how high that is.
Sure.
So that'll be 17 feet in the air.
Goddamn.
So he's gonna jump 17. Like as he gets here, he kind of like springs up. You see his legs like brace and get ready, and he just jumps off the ground, and he's going to directly land on top of this guy.
Okay.
Is the plan. So I might take falling damage, but he'll also take impact damage.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, falling damage is normally 2d6 per every 10 feet you fall, or like it's like 20 feet and then every 10 feet after.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I might take it. It's up to you.
let me have a look.
Yeah, they're a bit confusing rules, but however you want to rule it, I'm cool with.
I think at 17 feet you would take
A d6, right?
Yeah, a d6 worth of damage. So you'd also deal a
Just a
d6 worth
d6
of
every 10
damage.
feet. I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me. I will say,
You're also raging, so you'd take half.
I would take half, exactly, yeah.
yeah, I'm okay with that then. Yeah. We'll do just throw a d6 on it.
Okay.
Jesus.
You do
All
take
that.
the 1 damage because we round up, but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
also takes the 1 damage.
That is, however, not an actual attack technically. I am really just throwing my body.
Right.
And as he comes down, I'm going to use my head. I'm going to headbutt him with my ram.
Sure.
That will be... What is my ram actually not?
I love the concept of literally just using your massive fucking weight and the ability to get up that high to just cause falling damage. Just dropping an anvil on someone.
That is a D. That's a 20 on the die.
That do hit.
Okay. And that will be I think it's a... I just need to double check, but I think it's a D6 plus my strength.
Yeah, how do you kill him?
12.
Barely
Yeah,
hanging
so I think I kind of use the flat of my blade to just kind of like sling him 15 back, and then I kind of like start running toward him. I jump in the air, and as I'm coming down, I'm just like horns first right into this dude. And I think I just crash right into him, and then kind of just stand back up with him, just kind of like obliterated on the ground.
Mm-hmm. As you like pull your head back and throw your head back a little bit, you hear like Winter, you feel some gore spatter behind you as the blood is like flecked off of the horns, and like Archie, you actually look up and see like an eyeball kind of just like slaw off of one of your horns that was attached from what was left of the head. As he is, like you said, just absolutely obliterated against the ground.
I think in his rage, like this is like he's exuberant, and he just like shouts and screams, and then he's going to use the little movement he has left to just kind of walk back and kind of guard Winter so he can't get flanked.
Gotcha. Very good.
I could die too.
All right, we come to Galen.
Alright,
What you got,
so
Chief?
Galen's gonna kind of turn over towards Dan's character and give like a approval nod, like hell yeah. He's gonna look over his shoulder, and as he's doing that, Dan, your character's gonna be able to see Galen's eyes kind of like shine like a brighter blue, and they're kind of flurried. He's gonna take a step. Whoa, let me grab this. He'll take a step towards this guy, and he's gonna face step over to here. What was that? Yeah, I'll go right there. And as he's doing that, he's gonna be like, as he's walking towards him menacingly, he's going to like start sinking in because the snow starts to appear on the ground. He like starts sinking into the snow itself, and then he just vanishes from the snow and comes up where he is over here, where the snow kind of piles up and puts him back in place. And with the winter elegant stuff, that undead creature would have to do a saving throw for being frightened. If they can be
Gotcha.
frightened.
Yes, they certainly can. So, alright, as you take a step toward it, you start to feel yourself begin to retch for a moment and manage to get out of there fast enough to not have to deal with any of the side effects of that. The saving throw is for wisdom, I take it?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Viral.
Oh yeah. That
Big
passes.
natural 19. So you see him like kind of like go to swing at you, stop and clutch his head for a second, and then just kind of shrug it off and just kind of like stare at you angrily. Once it
Okay,
finally like clocks where you've gone.
as he comes up from the snow, he's gonna go ahead and just take some shots with his longbow right at this dude. See if he can like pin the tongue through his chest, basically. That's out.
Sick.
Oh my god.
So we'll take our first attack here. Damn.
I hit my windows backwards, that's why I kept clicking. A 21 just barely hits. You can believe it.
Oh, thank God. 78 plus 6. 12 points of damage there.
12. Okay. Okay.
We'll go and do another one. Might as well see if we can take this guy out.
Gotcha.
It's a close one.
25 also just barely hits. 13. How does the second arrow dispatch of this creature?
The second arrow just goes right between the eyes. Just dead on.
So, Dan, you would watch your character, kind of like seeing how, you know, kind of keeping an eye on the situation. You look over and watch, as the creature that you were trying to get rid of isn't quite able to make its way to Galen due to your Eldritch Blast slowing it down. You see it being bogged down. You kind of have that moment of, what are you doing, when you see Galen going towards it, and then you see him sink and reappear out of the snow. And, like, this creature looks very confused, and it's mind-racked, and it's dealing with a lot all at once, and it kind of, like, looks to the right, there's nothing there, looks back to the left, and its tongue gets pinned to its chest as it, like, tries to rear its head up, but it can't. It's kind of, like, stuck in one spot in shock as the second arrow just sinks right between the eyes. And the flesh is so soft that it just passes straight through, and you hear a splash in the water on the other end of the cave, as there's just a clean hole through this thing's skull, and it crumples.
That's fucking rad.
I guess I still have movement, don't I? Because I have 30 feet still.
Yeah, because you got 35 total.
And 15, 20, 25. We'll stay right here. And we're just gonna vibe for a second, keep our eyes peeled to see who our next victim can be.
Gotcha. Hell yeah.
Sus.
All right, we come to the two that seem to be running the show. Yeah, this one. It's going to do what it can and just be like, you've really blown it, but we've come back from worse. And she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up to your character, Dan. And this one's already squared up with Winter. He is actually going to... He's going to be cocky. He's going to step into contact with both of you. And, no, but he doesn't take an opportunity attack. It's going to be third movement. The one on your character, Dan. Actually, no, she wouldn't come into contact with you, especially being as far away as she was. I apologize. She would 5, 10, probably 15, 20. Come back to about here. And you're gonna see her, like, make eye contact with your character, Dan, and just be like, "Don't worry, lovely," and stick her hand out to the left. And you're going to watch as, similar to your negative energy flood, this sickly greenish black energy just flows from her hand toward this fruit sack over here. And you see the body of the ghast that you nearly obliterated, still missing chunks out of it and missing its head, just start unnaturally twitching and moving and stand back up and be set back on its feet, even with all of the parts missing. As it seems, she has raised it in its spot. We've got plenty of guests. We can keep them going. And, that is going to be her entire turn to do that. But this guy over here is just gonna be like, I prefer the more direct approach. And is going to attempt to claw and bite at Winter.
Oh, and bite. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they can't have 2 attacks. That's impossible.
It's
That's not
crazy.
fair.
Too early on a Sunday for that.
Absolutely busted. Music.
Or
Keep
my AC is like
watching.
1, so.
I was gonna say, I believe it is 11 right now. If your dexterity is,
Yeah, I never did. look
unless
at
you have
con.
anything that boosts it by, like anything.
No, I don't think it.
I know the brew
Belt
wore off.
dwarven. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm still holding that Ragnar Kama Sutra. I got that in there.
You sure are. Also, did you make sure to bump your HP up retroactively for putting the belt on? For your modifier going up?
God, I'm pretty sure I did. It said 93. That seemed high.
Okay, just making sure, because like anytime you gain Constitution, like your HP goes up by basically like 1 per level.
Yeah, I think it was because when I actually started session, my hit point max was higher than current, and I don't think I took any damage.
That would be why. Okay,
So,
that
yeah.
makes sense. Just making sure that you're getting everything you owed.
Mhm.
So that is 15 for the claws to hit. It's gonna be 2d8. It's going to be 10 points of slashing damage. And again, you feel that same necrotic energy trying to take hold in you, and just something in your nature just shrugs it off. And he just looks pissed. He's just like, "Oh, you're something different. Maybe I'll have to take a chunk out of your friend instead. But for now," he's going to attempt to sink his teeth into you.
Really? That tastes gross to him.
Perchance. 13 does connect with current AC.
Just doing the math. How many rounds is this before I'm scared?
That is another 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And... Whew. Different work. Your charisma score is reduced by 1.
Way.
As you see, he takes a chunk out of your shoulder and pulls back, and you feel some of your essence just be like sucked in through his mouth.
Charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Can't sell a car now because he bit me.
That's right. Good luck. You cannot fit so many bad boys in this bad boy.
Jeez.
That is going to be his
It's
turn
annoying,
as
isn't
well,
it?
though.
Put you down a break point.
Basically. And these guys are going to the ghouls. They're going to start charging. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one's going to have to dash to get up to 5, 10, 15. This one is going to 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Did I do that math right? Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay. And then he's also going to have to dash, and they are going to attempt to surround your character just because you're the closest. Dan. Then we've got these guys.
Yes.
These ones are going to attempt to... One is going to go to here. The other is going to start making his way down. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And they are going to attempt to take their attacks. First one is going to be against Archie. It's going to be a standard claw attack. Just check real quick. Yep, no multi-attack, just the claws. Is a natural 19 for a 23.
He's definitely gonna hit.
Alright. I'm going to see if the other one against Galen hits real quick. That is a 13. I take it that does not hit.
Nope.
As you are too nimble and you do manage to dodge out of the way. Okay, so damage for claws on Archie. It's going to be 6 points of slashing, reduced because of your rage to 3.
Okay.
And I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
A con saving throw? Okay.
That's his thing.
That is one of his things, certainly.
19.
You are good. You feel your muscles begin to seize and try to lock up, and you shrug it off. You're too in the zone right now to really care about this thing. Or whatever it's attempting to do to you. That is going to be the ghoul's turn, though, as we come back to Dan, your character.
Yay!
Yay!
Wait, so it's my turn, or are
It is-
these
it
guys
is.
hitting me?
It is your turn. They had to dash to get to you.
Oh,
Because everybody kind of moved away from that side of the room.
understood. Wow, what do Dane do? Dan's gonna use his action to make these two dudes around me make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. I will ask.
As
is
an
this-
action, I
is
can
this a
make
charm
all
effect?
creatures. As an action, I can make all creatures within 10 feet of you make a wisdom save or become charmed or frightened.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm going to try to scare them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be fair considering you have seen that these are susceptible to frighten, even though I literally just basically said that aloud. But yeah, no, these things do seem to be not affected by charm, but they do seem to be affected by the frightened condition. So what is the sorry, what was the save? Was it a wisdom save for both?
It's a wisdom, yeah.
Gotcha.
DC is 17.
DC 17. And how do you flavor this?
Oh, that like aura that she used before to cast, it like fades from like the deep like crimson to like a lively pink as like two like weird like fucking dream tigers kind of like come up out of the ground and roar at these two individuals.
That's fucking rad. And roar they do, and they are terrified. Both of them have failed their saving throw and appear to be... You see them kind of like almost stuck in place in fear at the moment and like kind of grabbing at their heads and like sticking their nails into the skin on the tops of their heads.
And because they're frightened, I will simply just walk away from them.
I don't know if it negates... Hang on. I need to see the
I
condition.
don't think it stops it, but I think
they have
have
disadvantage
Yeah.
while you're in the sight of them, which would make sense. What's the range on that frighten, by the way?
It's a 10 feet radius.
10 feet, got it. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so they are going to attempt to... They will still attempt to swing with disadvantage. So... 2 of these take the lower. 4 plus 4 is an 8. And then... 11 plus 4 is a 15.
My AC is 16.
Alright, so they both whiff, as they're both too shooken up by what they have just seen to really deal with anything else.
And I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on this guy over here.
That's how it be.
I'll just said both the beams. What are we both the beams?
Beams, what the fuck?
So it'd be 8 plus 9 and 11 plus 9. Math.
20 and 17, yeah, they're both good.
Okay, so it'd be 2d10 plus 10. I'm just gonna add the 2-5 together and make it plus 10.
That makes
So
sense.
21 points of damage.
Easy maths. Yeah, how do you kill it?
So like, it's like, very unlike the chaotic demon bolt that came out of her earlier. Like, flowers begin to sprout on her arms, and like a butterfly just kind of floats over to the guy, and it just fucking explodes.
I fucking love it. And you know, Galen, you watch this as like a butterfly like lands on its shoulder for a second, and it just kind of like looks at it, just goes, oh, and just like takes a chunk of its shoulder and blows its arm off as it just falls to the ground.
Then I'm gonna, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Gotcha.
And that'll be my movement.
All right. That we come back to Winter. It's you.
Hey, me. Oh yeah, the other tongue boys are. What about this guy? The bottom right.
He's back up. This one over here used their action to essentially like funnel necrotic energy into its body, and while it does look fucked up, like its one arm is barely hanging on and parts of the head are just missing entirely, like where the brain would be is just missing, it's up and moving very unnaturally again.
Okay, I just didn't know
From
if it
her
was its
action.
turn before mine. Like, where they were.
They were you are correct actually. Sorry. Their initiative was tied
I don't
to
think
the
you're
other
reaching
token.
it, but yeah.
Thank you for reminding me, because yeah, no, that is hard to keep track of when like I have to tie the initiative to one of the tokens. Okay. Yeah, what it is going to do then is just shamble its way, I guess, toward the nearest target it can find. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dashing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, actually 25, and 30. It's going to stay up there. And that is going to be its turn.
Okay.
But thank you for reminding me. Okay, now we come to Winter.
That is how I'm checking my spells. Eh. Alright. Swinging on big boy twice.
Yes, sir.
Dude, another fat too? Oh my god.
Oof.
And yeah. Oops, whoops. I just clicked an extra time by accident.
So it was a 12 to hit and a 27 to hit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, the 27 does connect. As the first one, again, just seems to go into this layer of skin that just doesn't quite connect. Just like, alright, I guess I'll just have to go deeper into it. And he starts laughing off the first hit as you plunge back into him with the second, and you do hear a as though you made purchase.
Yeah, I'm doing like chopping down a tree. You know, you just gotta get different angles.
Yeah, yep. It's gonna be
Because
17
I
points of
knew
damage.
that the obliterate like wasn't effective, right?
Yes, you could see that it was not doing as much damage as you would hope.
Okay, I'll do it again.
It's going to be 17 points of slashing. Okay. Right, he still looks to be standing pretty healthily. But you do manage to, like, actually find purchase and get into his belly a little bit, and you hear him just, it's about time.
I like this guy. He should join us. All right, Archie, you're up. Have fun.
Archie, back to your turn.
Sir, I don't think this guy's good. I don't think he should join us.
Well, he's strong though.
But he's bad.
I mean, it's an opinion, you know. Yeah, all right, you can kill him. It's fine.
I can kill. Oh,
Smash.
is this dude? Which one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, whoever you want. It was cool what you did to the other guy. So.
He hears. He's like, he said I was cool. And with that, he's just going to, he's just going to go right after this dude. He's going to take his long sword in both hands and just swing right at this guy. And he's actually going to do a grappling strike on this guy.
Okay.
As he hits That's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay, let's do damage first. That's 10 points of damage. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to attempt to grapple him.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right.
You can grapple these.
You
Ragnar
attempt to
never
slip
left
out
us.
of your grasp.
That's an opposed athletics, correct?
Yes, I believe the aggressor has to be athletics, and the defender can be athletics or acrobatics. To
Or
attempt to-
acrobatics, yep.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, buddy.
I mean, even with the D20 or D10.
Evil with the D10. Yeah, there you go.
I think I got him.
I think you got him. Handle, you are able to get a grip on this guy, and his movement is reduced to 0.
And as I have him in my hand, I'm just gonna take both my hands and run him right into my I'm just gonna ram him with my head.
Perfect.
Oh. Okay. And
Also,
that's
was
a
there
D.
was there extra damage on the grappling strike as well?
On the grappling strike, I don't believe there's extra. Let me double check. No, it's just it allows me to use a bonus action to do it.
Got it. Okay. I know.
Oh, I guess you can use your superiority die for your athletics check, but
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
I just know a lot of superiority die rolls are like add your damage from the die roll and stuff. I was just making sure. Cool.
Right, and that's gonna be 12 extra points of damage to him.
Hell yeah, brother. You're starting to tear into him a little bit, and you actually see, like, as the bits of, like, skin are falling off of him, you actually see, like, half of, like, you get a good headbutt in on him, and you see, like, the two parts of the forehead that are, like, above the eyebrows both just kind of, like, slaw and fall off, and you see this nasty, almost, like, picture just, like, if an elf corpse was left to rot for, like, 10 years. But the skin was still attached to it. That's roughly what you're looking at, with like these milky white eyes and this nasty black oily hair just staring back at you. Sharp gnarled teeth.
Take a shower, bro.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Clean that right up.
Alright.
And
That
that's
was
my
it for your
turn.
turn? Yep, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was resetting the music. Good. Alright, we come back to Galen. Galen? Blake?
I was mute, might be. I was already asking the question.
Oh no, you're good.
So I have a question in regard to my spell. I have lightning arrow, so it's a concentration up to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically, whenever I shoot the piece of ammunition, it turns to normal. But if I'm keeping concentration, does that just mean every single time I shoot, as long as I have concentration, it's a lightning arrow?
I need to see the spell. Let me look it up real quick.
I have a
Because
Here, I'll
wording
send
be
you the link.
specific.
yeah. That's
think
why I was
the-
trying to look.
I need to do my usual step way 10-ish minutes, so I guess if it gets back to my turn, I'm not back. It'll be like 5-minute break.
I was
I'm gonna
say,
listen to stream,
yeah,
so
that's
I'll
perfectly
have
fine.
stream in my Bluetooth.
Works for me. Good.
Okay.
I sent you the link for the spell and wiki.
I sees you. Alright, thank you. Make sure we're on the same page here. We absolutely are.
It doesn't really specify, but I don't understand why else it would have to hold concentration unless I can just keep doing so. Otherwise, it wouldn't say concentration. It would just be a one-off spell, from my understanding.
Right? The next time you make a ranged weapon attack during the spell. So that's like a prep spell. That's like you can set that up to where your next shot is going to be that, it looks like.
Mm.
I see. Okay, so yeah, it seems like the next time you fire, this spell is going to take effect on that specific piece of ammunition.
Okay. Am I able to just do that as my bonus action first and then attack, or do I have to wait for my next turn then?
Yeah, no, it's a bonus action, so like you can do it as a bonus action and then fire off the shot on the same turn.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Lightning Arrow. I'm gonna move back a little bit, and I'm gonna tell Dan's character to duck, and I'm shooting it over towards this guy right here.
Gotcha. Gonna take your shot.
see if that's...
He ducks as their bunny ears flatter in the sky.
Yeah, I'll try to shoot between the bunny ears to get him. Okay. Oh.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my god.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, does a 32 hit?
Just barely.
Okay, cool. So,
Just nicked him.
lightning arrow. That's what, 4d8? Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
But 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. He is dead on contact.
So,
Nope. That's
also,
doubled. That's
also,
44 points. Of damage.
Yeah, that is 44 points of damage. He is dead on contact. As this hits him, like, Flav, I'll let you. You know what? Go ahead and let's get all the damage out, and then I'll let you flavor it.
that's fine.
This is
Also,
going to be huge.
every creature within 10 feet also has to make a dexterity saving throw. And if they fail, then they take 2d8.
That is correct.
Is that saving throw just my spell casting saving throw?
Yes.
Who
it would
did
be
you
your
hit?
spell
Okay.
save DC.
Just making sure.
Who did you hit with that?
This guy right here, so it hits this guy and this
Yeah,
guy.
it's both of the other. It's the ghoul and the gas nearby. The ghoul actually does save, so they'll take half. And then the gas, let's see. 15, you
Oh.
said 16 was the DC?
It's 15. was a
15
good
meets it,
save.
beats it, okay. So he is.
But
They're
they do
both
take
taking
half.
but yeah. This guy is obliterated. Please flavor it to me. Oh, well, I was gonna say, did
Yeah,
you get your 2d8 damage for sure?
Pair of those. Wait, so does the double just cancel out then? Since I don't know how that would work.
It's an interesting spell. Normally I do I think since I use the home rule of if you critically fail, if you roll a natural 1 on a saving throw, you can effectively be crit by a spell that causes a saving throw normally.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that this is just going to be normal damage for the explosion, but a critical on the base hit.
Heard.
So that is still going to be 8 points of damage for each of them. 8 points of lightning damage. And the guy in the middle just takes 44 and is fried. Like, he just is reduced to ashes. There is no body left.
So the way I was gonna flavor. Also, it is cold damage. I will say.
Oh,
So
shit. Okay,
basically-
yeah.
So
Okay.
as Galen backs up and tells you to duck, you kind of see his eyes light up again with like that blue, and you can see the white specks that are in there kind of flare around like a blizzard. And as he lets go of the arrow, there's just a huge blizzard that follows behind that arrow, like wind casting off of it. And as it strikes it, it's gonna cast like it basically just creates a huge icicle that would break upon impact.
Yeah, no, it just impales up through the rib cage, and like, as it starts to fall, the second it hits the ground, it just shatters and explodes, and pierces several like bits of frozen, tiny bits of shrapnel into the other shambling bodies moving towards you.
And then would I have another attack then?
Yeah, you would still have a second attack.
Is that also a lightning arrow then?
I don't believe so, because it states that it's your
Okay.
next ammunition. Like, your next shot is
Okay.
turned into that.
I just want to be sure. Okay, I'm gonna go
Okay.
for this guy right here, close by. Go for a nice little shot.
Okay, go for it.
Same thing, trying to pin that tongue on his chest. 18 hit.
18 do hit.
Hell yeah. 1d8. 6. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage, got it.
And then
And this thing already being like a battered corpse anyway is like it's starting to look pretty rough. Like, you take the other arm off and it is just doing its best to like stay intact with that much damage.
And then we're going to take a few steps. So 5, 10, 15. Yeah, we'll stay right there. Kind of put ourselves away from some things. And vibe a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. was gonna say, we come to big boys' turns. They're going to first. We're going to see if a specific ability recharges. Actually, I can just do this. They do not get their ability to raise a ghast back. Well, war ghast. So that is down. So she is going to. What'd she do? She would start to group up, I think. I think they're going to try to dogpile. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and she's going to dash in. So 35, 40, 45, 50. And that is going to have to be her turn. As she is getting impatient with the larger one not doing his job in time and now being grappled. The big one, he is grappled. He's gonna stay in it. He doesn't much mind not being able to move in this scenario, but he is not able to get any sort of advantage or flanking now because of it. So he is just going to, he's gonna swing at you, Archie, since you've pissed him off. Let's see what we've got here for him. He's got the, it's claw and bite. So, claws first. A 23 to connect, I believe, hits.
That is it.
Alright. Even with those, I always feel like I have to ask because I know a lot of the times it's like some characters are just like some characters just have shields from an innate ability or like, you know,
Right.
the ability like Defiant Duelist and stuff like that or whatever it's called. So
No, he's not a magic boy.
he always like to make sure. So we got that. Is going to be if these would roll. Thank you. 10 points of slashing damage reduced to 5 because of your rage.
Mhm.
And that is going to be a Constitution saving throw for you.
Just update my health. And
Natural 20 as you shrug off. And you don't even feel your muscles starting to lock up at this point. You're just so focused and pumped in the zone. You're proud to be doing well in front of the head of House Ragnar.
hell yeah.
That pride is swelling. Got that, and then he's also going to attempt to make a bite on you as well. With a natural 1. Goes down and like leans in to go for a bite after realizing that, after being frustrated that your muscles aren't locking up. And bites down on one of your horns and chips his 2 front teeth, like the 2 canines. And just wails in pain, just little wretch. I'm gonna say he just loses access to his bite attack from that,
Fuck yeah.
because he's already battered. Alright, that's gonna have to be his turn because he can't move. He's not gonna, he doesn't care that he's grappled, he's not even gonna try to break out. The ghouls that are left. This one is frightened and cannot move closer to Dan's character. So it is going to... It's going to run away. It's going to run away and try to get behind its allies. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And this one is going to stay where it's at and keep trying to wail on your back, Archie. It is going to have advantage in doing so. The 20 total to hit. I'm assuming that hits, yes? Archie?
What, sorry, what was that? I
No,
was
you're
looking
good.
at mechanics.
You're fine. The ghoul was making a slash attack at your back with advantage and it rolled a 20. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, that definitely hits, yes.
Making sure. Okay. And it is, I believe theirs is 2d4. Yeah, 2d4. Oh, those aren't d4.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a little bit, you know, that's a little more like it. So 5, shrugged off to 3 because of your rage. And I need you to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
It's no more.
That's their whole gimmick. 18, you are perfectly fine. The adrenaline is too strong. That is going to be his turn, as he only has one attack.
Archie just keeps getting hit over and over, and I think he starts yelling, and it turns into like a laugh.
Yeah, all right. Just absolutely losing his shit. All right. This ghoul that ran up is going to attempt to swing on Winter. I know Winter's AC is 11 currently, so we will roll with that. 7. He's good. So don't even have to worry about it, because I know if he's not back yet, so that works out. He is too shook while the... actually, he would have had disadvantage anyway, because the source of his fear is still within sight. So he can't try to break that. That's going to be their turn then, and we're coming back to Dan's character.
She's going to stand back up after ducking and watching the guy get fucking annihilated. Like, Jesus Christ. There's the Trent and me coming out there. She's going to, like, stand up a little bit.
Archie, hell yeah.
She stands up, she's like, fine. And she's, like, looking at her nails a little bit, like she chipped one or something, and she just kind of Eldritch blasts this guy.
As you do.
One will go to him, and then the other will go to this guy over here.
Gotcha. Show me a potato salad.
That's a nat 1. But does a 19 hit the first guy?
A 19 does hit the first guy. For the other one, roll me a D4. On a 1 to 2, you come into contact with Archie. On a 3 to 4, you're fine. All right, you're fine. As it flies wide, and Archie, you actually feel it just like essentially go between your horns. This just blast of energy kind of just like breeze past you, and you're so in the zone, you're just like kind of like, oh, what was that?
Yeah, 14 points of damage to that first guy. All right,
14 points. He is. Let me have a look. Yeah, he is done. So he gets blasted, like... He basically is reduced to just, like, a single leg on the torso that just falls over, and he tries to, like, RE4 Regenerator flop toward you, and just kind of falls and eventually slumps. Again.
Then we're gonna get closer with my movement.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot these two guys with another Eldritch Blast.
To do it again, that's right.
Yeah.
Bonus action, do it again.
Yeah.
Cantrips on bonus action is
Jeez, I swear to God.
Roll me the D4, baby.
Yeah. Archie gets
Give
hit,
me the
baby.
damage rolls.
Okay, so this will be
They both hit.
2d10 plus
Just
5.
not who you wanted.
7 plus 5 and a 3 plus 5.
7 plus 5 was the first one. So, Archie, you get pinged in the back for 12 points of force damage.
Damn it. I don't resist that one.
I know. It's like the
Oops,
one thing.
Sorry, it kind of just happens, you know?
Then 8 points to the other big lady. As you blast her in the back, and you start to notice the same thing. Like, you hit her in the shoulder, and you notice the skin goes from, like, normal... Welcome back. The normal, like, pale half-elf skin to, like, this gray, slawing off, nasty, undead, just foul stench skin.
I'm getting the ones out now, so I can hit the 20s later.
That's right, that's right.
I've been saying that for a year.
Hey, your time will come, you know. You just get them all of them out, you know.
No,
Time is coming.
early
so
on,
hard.
I had nuts charisma checks. Like when I convinced the 2 monkeys to join us.
True, it's
Sure
It
did.
was just in combat. I weird.
Alright. Is that going to be your character's turn, Dan?
Yes.
Alright, we come back to Winter because both of the guests are gone.
All right. Oh, so they're both just the crowd's gathering.
Yeah, they're...
How many hits? I heard some Archie's getting hit a lot.
I
Archie
just
took a
hit him
couple
once.
hits.
And
Then he took an Eldritch Blast in the back on a natural one.
so sorry, but twice. It happened twice almost.
Yeah, one of them missed though, at least.
Oh no. It's alright. Winter's used to getting hit by teammates. That's fine. I'm gonna, for the rest of my life, I'm gonna slam this guy.
The rest of my life.
Just never ending.
All right, go for it. Fool.
I'm just saving. I'm just getting that one's out the way now for the 20 slam.
Hey, you got another tech? You got another tech?
I'm done.
Oh
I
my
gotta walk
God,
away.
buddy.
Take it away,
Oh
Archie.
man, this was a bar diff moment, bro.
Actually, that's a bar diff moment.
Winter,
right there.
you
down
see all
horrendous.
really quick. You see all of the eyes on your axe begin to stare back at you, and like go bloodshot for a moment. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Bro, I'm trying. Jesus. I say that out loud, by the way. Let's see, wisdom. Of course, it's a -1. What did I even?
A 13. All right.
Very middling.
You're okay, but you do hear this like guttural utterings in your head that you can't fucking understand, and it's something that it's akin to what you've heard some of these kind of creatures speak before. It sounds like some form of abyssal. And you feel yourself start to slip for a moment, and you grip your axe, and you almost push yourself to swing again on this guy. And like you feel the spikes in the axe come out and actually dig into your hands, like they did when you first attuned to it, for 3 points of piercing damage, and they lock into your hands.
Man, I'll give you some goblins later. Jesus.
Seems a little upset.
I just flash back to Art actually basically like fighting against me to not get this weapon. And then now I'm like, even I'm looking at it in the character sheet, I'm like, oh, it is called famine, isn't it? I've just been treating it like a normal weapon. It's just like, but eyeballs. It's fine.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Right.
Next we, you can move if you like. You do still have your movement and your bonus, I believe. It's up to you.
This is my spot for the fight.
Just locked in. All right.
Yeah.
We come back
just
to
stare at
Archie.
it.
Archie, you're in the middle of it. What you doing?
Yeah. So I am going to. God, there's so many targets.
Target-rich environment.
Target-rich environment.
You're
You're telling me I got 4 Eldritch Blasts. I don't know where to send them.
Well, how about not at your teammates, please?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess. Let's see what I got.
3 net ones and 1 rotation out. The turn order is pretty rough.
That is pretty rough. Actually diced. This is just Blood Bowl at this point.
I guess the guy got my head. How's he looking?
He's starting to look pretty rough. He's looking like he's pissed, but he is kind of like starting to dart his eyes around looking for his options.
Okay. I am going to. Is he up next?
No, it'll be Galen and then him and
Okay.
the lady.
Is a shove? Shove's an action, right? Like a full action.
Yes, it would be.
Okay, so I am just going to swing at this dude then.
Alrighty.
So I wouldn't want to shove him, and then Galen would have actually disadvantage on. Well,
A 13 does not connect.
Bard diff.
Bar diff.
I'll do it again.
Alright.
Okay, that does it.
Fucking
That-
here.
That do connect.
26 does hit. That's gonna be
Wherever Trent is at right now, he's just like getting a massive migraine, just like someone needs me.
that is 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage, alright. Got you. Real quick.
And if possible, can I just push so I can walk with people? Can I just walk 5 feet to the right with that guy? Take him out of range of melee combat.
You certainly can. And the
I'll
guy
take
you
the-
were and the guy you were holding is looking incredibly rough now.
All right.
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
move
he's gonna
I'm moving him away from Winter.
Yep, he's gonna attempt the opportunity attack.
Yep. Nope.
Nope, nothing. Airball. Alright, is that gonna be your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Step
use
it
all my
outside.
movement to move this guy, like, yeah, over here.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. Come back to Galen then.
John, what were you saying with the disadvantage stuff? Were you trying not to push this one dude?
Yeah, if I
towards me?
shoved the dude I was holding, then even if you wanted to like finish him off, then you would have taken disadvantage, because he would have been on the ground prone. So I didn't want to do that.
Heard.
Thinking out.
Which one of these dudes?
This
is
guy's
that
weak.
one?
Yeah, that one's
Okay.
banged up.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use the old hunter's mark here.
Nice.
Go ahead and mark that bad boy. Give him a little forehead tattoo for the time being.
Yep.
Take the old longbow shot. Once again,
How about it?
he didn't think it was coming.
$21 definitely connects.
Fuck yeah. And that's, what's that add? Another d6? Third.
Stacking dice.
Nice.
14 points of damage.
And then d6.
I was gonna say plus the d6. Yep. Here with almost max damage. Yeah, that is gonna do him in. How do you take him down? As he's focused on Archie, but then he feels this like
Who's
bit of
stealing my kill?
frost, this frost that like forms on his forehead as he's trying to like look up and see what's going on up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a whistle. Oh my god, I'm gonna do a little whistle like to get his attention, so he turns my way, and then the arrow is gonna fly directly like into the center of that mark as he
Yep.
turns his head towards me.
It does not pass right through like it does with the gas, but it does go through far enough to where the actual arrowhead pierces all the way out the back. In Winter, you see it just like you see it from a side angle at first of like it going straight through, and then he kind of like looks back at you, and like it just you can barely see just like the feathers of the arrow sticking out. As Archie, he just falls limp in your arms. He's pretty heavy.
I just dropped.
Stole
And,
my kill.
Yeah, with that in mind, I know Hunter's Mark is movable once you kill your target. I don't know if
Yeah,
that takes your bonus action.
That's why I was confused. That's what I was trying to look into. I think I might have to wait till my next turn to
Okay.
use that bonus action to move it,
If that's
since
the
I'm
case,
still concentrated.
if that's the case, we'll just keep that in mind for next turn then.
Okay, and then I'll go
But
ahead.
you do still
and-
have a second attack. Yep.
Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and shoot this guy. See if I can get some damage off.
Fucking Winter in chat reminds me of him. I can't get away.
Can't wake up.
All right, it's 26 hit.
Wake me up inside.
26 do hit.
Fuck
Show me
yeah.
damage.
Oh my god.
Max
14
damage yet
points
again.
damage.
14 points.
Oh yeah.
My boy can't miss.
He just fucking crumples.
So it's definitely going like dead center, like into the sternum.
Yep, that one like sees where the arrow came from and kind of like ducks for a second. By the time he like looks over, like takes a single step toward you, gets an arrow to the sternum, and just falls flat on it, pushing the arrow out the back.
And then I'm gonna do, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move over here, and then as I'm passing Dan's character, be like, okay, you aim for those two. The bad ones. And then I'm just gonna vibe over here, get ready for my next turn.
Yep. Also, the marker on the one is just to remember that it is frightened. That's from me. All right. We come back to this lady now realizing that she has put herself in a bad spot. She's gonna see if she gets a recharge. She does not. And with that, she visibly begins to panic a bit and she is going to attempt to reposition herself. Yeah, she's just going to try to book it. So 5. Archie, you can take an opportunity attack if you would like.
I would like.
Okay.
Oh, that's the D12.
Better to get the one on that.
It's true.
All right, go ahead and show me the
25.
damage. Yep.
That's good old 10 damage.
10 damage, understood. Okay. She just kind of takes that, and you see, like, more of the skin kind of fall off her back. It's just, like, you can see, like, a bits of, like, spine sticking out, almost like it's sticking through mud in her, what's left of her skin. As, she's gonna go through here, and she is going to attempt to drive-by take attacks on, Dan, your character here. So she is gonna go for the claws. It's a +6. This is a 16 hit.
16 meets it, so yeah.
Yep, alright. It's going to be 2d8 +3. 7 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no, not the Constitution. D20 +5 because resilient.
Yup.
No. One of my talismans will grow. Both of my talismans around my necklace will around my neck will glow, and I will roll 2d4, and that gets added to that failed save.
All right.
So 4 more things.
Goes to a 13.
Yeah.
You feel your muscles begin to lock up as you see, like, she begins to bare her teeth as she's running by as well, after raking you across the shoulder. Like, you turn and look, and your talismans begin to flare up, and you eventually, like, force of will through the power of your patron, have shrugged off this effect, and you are not paralyzed.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna use my reaction. I'm going to teleport 60 feet. Up to 60 feet. Over here.
Yep.
And turn invisible.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'm invisible until I do something or somebody can see me.
Mm-hmm. And you see, like, she just goes to bite into. How do you flavor your step? Your steppies?
So like that, like the same kind of like dreamy tigers that like came up. She just kind of falls back into like a pool of, like a puddle of water that's like on the ground, and then it's just gone.
You see, she goes to bite into you, and it's just like, it's almost like an illusory copy, like just going through it, almost like biting into that actual water as you sink down into it and reappear over there. She just kind of spits and sputters as this like strange, like sparkling fluid is coming from her mouth. She just looks around panicked and is gonna begin to just make her way to the door. She's only moved 10, so 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's gonna be her turn. This one ghoul cannot move any closer to you. Is going to attempt to swing at Winter with disadvantage because he can see the side of his sphere.
No, I'm invisible.
Yeah. This ghoul is swinging. Oh!
He can't
No,
see
yeah,
me.
that is correct. Okay. You're not within sight. That means he can attempt to make a saving throw at the end of his turn, I believe, with Frighten.
Yeah.
So, for now, he would still have disadvantage until the end of his turn. It was a 4 and a 14. Why am I rolling now? But the 4 on disadvantage for
38.
That's just 38 to hit. Casually, you know.
Archie?
But that does miss Winter. That's all he's got, and he's actually going to attempt to, being afraid and not knowing where his source of fear went, he's going to try to run away. He has no fucking idea where you are, and he's terrified.
Swing. Wait, what? That's not how to do that roll at all.
I mean, you did it. He hit it. I mean, go ahead and roll a d20.
D12s are where it's at. That's right. I gotta
That's
roll.
right.
All right, well, 16 to hit. That's the correct die.
Yes, the 16 does hit.
I was just so ready for the damage. I had the 12 up.
So that is 14 points of damage. This one's already been pinged. Yeah. How do you finish this one as it attempts to get away from you and scuttle away?
I'm just really upset at everything that's happened the whole night. So I'm just gonna like keep smashing it.
That's fair. And as you do, you actually feel your axe, like the thorns from your axe begin to like sink out of your hands. And you watch the blood from it just kind of congeal onto the eyes of the axe as they start to close back up.
Still
That is
upset.
dealt with. Alright. You have... That was his turn anyway. So now we're back to Dan's character, I believe.
Yeah, so that
You're
fucking
invisible.
hurt. So like I fall into this puddle and I like, you know, they don't see me appear over here, but like I'm over here. And she's just kind of mad now. And she's just gonna cast both Eldritch Blasts at this fucking dude.
Alrighty. Have at it. You would have advantage on the first one because you're invisible.
Yeah. So, the first one I'll roll again.
Sure,
Cause
sure.
it's a 3.
Yep.
Uh,
That now hits.
yeah, so it's a 17 plus 9, a 12 plus 9. So,
The first 3 hit.
yeah, the first 3 hit. So we'll do 3 d10 plus 15.
Alright.
Yeah! As
God, just a
She
Gatling
got-
gun.
she just fucking summons this like 4 fucking butterflies, and they kind of flutter in like a spiral kind of motion. It's kind of hard to keep track of them, and they just kind of like all just explode as soon as they touch the guy.
And you see just chunks of flesh being blown off. And at this point, like, the suit, the quote-unquote skin suit that she had on is just gone and obliterated. And she's this horrid gray husk. This, like, just disgusting undead. Pale white eye, like, skin looks like gray mashed potatoes. Just kind of falls over and stumbles to a knee and has to pick herself back up. Looks just absolutely wretched and looks back at you. Just, like, panting and breathing heavily and looking for a way out, basically like a cornered animal.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to just like get here.
Gotcha. Alright. That we come to Winter.
I'm death gripping it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is that a Constitution saving
Frost.
throw?
Frustrated. Strength. Oh,
Strength
wait,
saving
hang
throw.
on. Let me double check. Actually, I haven't used that spell in a while. 'Cause it always fails.
Why not?
Strength saving throw. Yeah.
Alright, and what's your DC?
1 less, because you fucking nerd. 15.
15. Just barely beats it with a +2.
It fails.
Poor Diff. I could have been like, nah, fuck you.
It is so wild the amount of times like bless and or cutting words would have, or bardic inspiration would have been like a game changer here. That is baffling to see the difference.
Alright, 40 feet. I can reach that, right?
I don't know what your movement
Because
is.
it's 40.
Your movement's
Yeah,
40
it is
then, yeah.
40. Yeah.
I'm swinging.
Yeah,
I
have
just
at
thought
it.
it'd be cooler if I pulled him.
I got this close in range, so if she tried to run again, I could Eldritch Blast her again as a reaction.
Jesus.
That does hit.
Right. 6. I'm really good on the 12s.
That's a 16. That's bang on what you needed. So
You can hang on me.
she just like turns and looks at you and it's just like, please, I can tell you everything she knew. I know all of it. I absorbed it.
I was literally going to say if I could question them, if I could leave her alive. I don't know if I could do that.
I would say if you wanted to declare non-lethal and still take the attack and like make it hit, you're more than welcome to. And just like,
Because I was going to do
you
that
could
to the
essentially,
other guy.
I will say you can leave her with 1 HP if you like.
Yeah. I was just thinking it was like if it'd be something funny if like the axe didn't let me or something.
The axe had its it got a taste. It's okay right now.
Throw its fucking tantrum. All right. Yeah, I'll leave her at 1.
Okay. And you do. You like break it. You dig into the clavicle and break right through it. But like you have that like moment of just like wanting to go further and like knowing that you'll hit vital organs if you keep going. And eventually you just stop and pull back and just this gout of this nasty black liquid, just this bile just spews out of her and she's just like coughing and sputtering on the ground.
Should be fine.
On her hands and knees. Effectively, right now, then, we are going to be out of combat.
Violence in America on
And
the rise. Illegal immigrant
I will
crime
ask, what
rampant.
is everybody doing at this moment?
I'm interrogating.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
I'm not so much interrogating. I am checking the stuff for supplies and things. Information over here while he's doing the information over there.
Alright, you can give me an investigation then.
You would make me do investigation.
Yeah, you're doing the
I was
investigation.
thinking of, depending on how you introduce your character, Winter might have like, I mean, that's just another enemy, right? But you started with firing on them, so I was like, all right.
She is going to get a flat roll because she ain't got shit for intelligence.
Sure.
Yeet.
That ain't
That's
negative.
a 14.
14, okay. Now, let me... Actually, you have control of the music now because it likes to kick me out after however
It
long for
would
whatever
be.
reason.
Yeah, I would be the leader, wouldn't I?
You would be. But,
Damn, play Chon.
Oh god, the copyright.
Right, I'm not gonna play John, but
Yes,
John's what
marry
in
him.
my brain.
No, but looking around, with the knowledge you have, you're kind of just like looking and scouting to see like what else is in here, and you do actually look through. The bags do appear to be, though they are torn open, they do appear to just be kind of like produce that is starting to go bad. But like you notice that one of them, or one of your Eldritch Blasts, is actually like next to the side of one of the tents where the ghouls were. And like upon poking your head into one of the tents, you notice that there are decomposing bodies that are in there that have almost been picked clean of flesh. That's it's one of the situations where you would have expected them to, give off some sort of scent, but one, it was probably covered up by the rotten fruit, and two, the fact that the meat has almost been stripped completely off of these, likely by the ghouls, probably didn't have a lot of scent left to it, but it does just seem to be a lot of bones and like leftover shreds of clothing.
That's gross.
It's a little gross.
Like no kind of like notebooks or like any kind of like stuff these guys would have, like the sorcerers would have kept for like information, nothing like that.
Trying to think of who would come through this general area. I would say probably not. You might get like a single ledger, like keeping tracks of somebody's sales for like a merchant, and it looks like they were likely just a traveling merchant with a standard food cart, which presumably might be where they got this food from. But That is the most you get in terms of like actual information. It appears just like whoever was passing through here was likely being preyed upon by these creatures. Seems like you do actually catch a couple of the dragon shadow masks that you saw before and that you were initially wearing yourself, and that they were also, you know, they also had extras of to disguise themselves with. So it looks like a couple of members of the monastery probably did fall prey to these creatures as well.
I'm going to keep one of those masks, and kind of like stuff the, um, I'm gonna stuff like the monastery like clothing into like my backpack, and she's just gonna go up to the guy and step on his throat with her heels, and just demand information. Um, what are you doing out here? It just kind of just fucking steps really, really hard on his throat. she she lets off on the thing while he's trying to talk.
Let him talk.
Just sputters more bile out onto the ground. We were told we could feed here. We were released to this area.
Who told you that?
See, she kind of looks around at the room and realizes she doesn't have much of a choice. Larger. More powerful. Demon. Didn't say a name. Large horns. Large claws. Just...
And who are those bodies over there that you picked apart?
Do you ask your food its name?
She kind of just
Sometimes.
flutters one of those butterflies like up into its ear. Yeah.
You see she's immediately panicked at, like, realizing what they've done before, and just... Travelers, merchants, monks, anyone who would come through this path. We were hungry. We were... The big one opened a door for us, tore his claws through the plane. Let us stay here.
Did you catch any of the names of the innocents you've murdered?
Looks at the butterfly again and just kind of grits her teeth. No. I don't know.
This Roger feller, where's he at?
Roger.
You said Roger, right?
Larger, sorry.
Larger. Okay, I
Yeah.
have an ear infection. It's hard for me to hear.
No, you're fine. I'm also speaking with, like, gravel in my fucking throat.
Like, Roger's a rad name for a fantasy setting.
Roger the Demon.
Wacky rabbit.
Whittlewy.
Fucking whittle. Looks back at the butterfly and just, like, closes her eyes, like just kind of waiting for it, and just eventually spits it out. Just abyssal plane. We all come from the abyss initially. There's nothing there. There's no food, no sustenance, no people. Just us. Just us in the inky blackness. It's cold. There's no wind. Coming here, there's warmth. There are people. There are meals, walking. This place is a luxury. He was told that it would be ours.
Galen's gonna step up after hearing that it was a demon and also put his foot on top of this person's throat. You said a demon?
At this point, Winter's like, they have this taken care of.
She like puts the hand on like her hands on your boot and just eyes closed in pain, just nods, just sputtering.
Did he have any sort of mark or damage to one of his eyes?
Thinks for a second and gives a slow nod.
Galen is gonna take this bow and arrow. He's just gonna shoot her in the face.
I knew it. Damn it.
You see her eyes go wide, and it's like just the milky. Almost, you would know. Looking at this, you would expect this creature to be blind by the looks of it, if you didn't know better, by how like pale and just nothing there are in those eyes. And you see like the eyes just go wide in fear, and just like try to shake her head, and before she could even like get the neck muscles to move, she's gone. Just pinned to the floor of the cave.
Yeah, that's valid. And we're gonna double tap because we make sure shit's dead in here. We're just gonna explode the fucking head with the fucking the old the butterfly.
Jesus.
You know,
Like a Gallagher watermelon. Just
yeah, just we just make sure it's
Mhm.
taken care of with these
I mean,
guys,
hey, you saw
okay?
one come back already, so
Yup.
valid.
Galen's locked the fuck in, by the way. Galen is like serious. Like he's already been a fucking Debbie Downer, but right now he is on it. He's gonna turn to you guys, be like, we have to go take down that demon at any cost.
You say that like I'm a part of your group.
I didn't say you were. Was I talking to you?
Well, you said we, and I'm here, so maybe I'm a part of we.
Galen takes his two fingers and points to Winter and Archie. We.
And it's about this point, totally not me, forgetting.
I was about to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was 100% me forgetting, but we're just gonna go it as Equilibrium comes out from behind this tent over here. Just says,
Thought about it a couple times. I was like, we're fine.
yeah. If you guys would have called for him, I would have like thrown him back in. That's 100% my bad. But also, I mean,
I was thinking of
it's
just asking him for his character sheet or something, like
good.
for a session like this.
But he does come out from behind this tent over here, and just like we'll just have him have been knocked out before the combat, and just I have the most pounding headache. But hello, how is
you missed some fun.
So I can see it smells like the worst dirty laundry my mother used to bring back from
Wherever
her
he is,
laboratory.
I'll pull him to me, like really quick over to Archie. Like this guy is strong.
Yes,
he
I
headbutt
could
a guy
see that
to
by
pieces.
That is quite impressive. That is definitely some Ragnar energy, I say.
Big Ragnar ground to stand on. Yeah.
How loud are you saying that? Because if he hears that,
Everyone will hear that.
I was gonna say Equilibrium's just having a conversation. with
I
Winter right
bring
now,
him
yeah.
to you.
Th-
We're
th-
next to you.
thank you, sir. You don't know how much that I've always wanted to be part of House Ragnar. Just to hear that from the Archon of all people.
Oh yeah, that is me.
Yeah, you are an Archon.
Jesus. That Winter does that. Oh yeah. I'll just pat on the back like, yeah, I didn't think much, but you said you're gonna do it in the Ragnar way. Your traditions. You're doing it.
Thank you, sir.
Listen, Archie. About earlier, I sometimes my patron kind of has a mind of his own, and she kind of like opens up some of the little pockets on her like on her armor and kind of pulls out a small like healing potion and hands it over to him. I hope this is enough to repay back what I did.
What did you do?
Yeah, that's fair. My name is Luna, and
Hi, I'm
I'm-
Archie.
I'm here looking for my sister. Listen, I came here on a whim. I had some information regarding her whereabouts, and it might have something to do with these guys, and I just kind of figured if you were going that way to deal with some of these demons that I might be able to find out where she is.
Well, I'm sure you could tag along with us, right, guys? I,
I'll be
I
it.
mean, I mean, if that's okay with you, Archon Winter.
I'll just
Sir?
like cross my arms and like, hey, how often do you have those misfires?
Uh, um,
Archie
5%,
looks at Winter like, what misfires?
there's a 5% chance.
Oh
every-
Winter just shake. Just, no numbers. It's fine. It. You can tag along with us. Just know that this is an official mission under Eminence. I am the Archon, one of the
Oh,
co-Archons.
please
So
don't worry about the political mumbo jumbo. I could care less.
well, I'll like lean to him, like, yeah, same, but like I'm more just saying there'd be a lot more issues than just whatever we're doing. We tend to attract attention. So as long as
I
you're fine with that.
I could say that about myself. Um, I'm more than capable to deal with whatever this is. She kind of kicks the body that she just exploded. uh, I'm sure I could be of some use to whatever this group is.
All right.
If
Welcome to Mount Claw. Don't worry about why that's called that.
uh, I've heard of you.
Oh yeah, Mount Claw is the greatest group of adventurers ever.
I I
God,
do
you're a full
recall there
fanboy,
being a
aren't you?
giant crab, right? What happened to that?
It had its own journey to take. We had another strong guy. He took the L. It's fine. We got some new people.
You say take the L. Um,
If
like
you Archie is like solemn and sad and serious. Archon Lazarus
He's
Ragnar passed away sadly recently.
okay, so L
my
as in
friend killed him.
lost.
Yeah.
Mm,
This may or may
Well.
not be lost.
Well, I do apologize for uh it was I'm sorry. I do apologize for my patron being a little uh out of pocket, if you will.
Who's your patron?
Oh, the Lord of the Realm of Dreams. Uh, he's nice. He does great things. Um, but
Wait, are they in charge of having nightmares too?
yeah, nightmares and dreams. It's
You could
the
tell them to
dream
relax a
realm.
bit.
Yeah,
But all right, yeah.
yes. Sometimes, that's the when the like the evil like necrotic energy is coming out. That's like the nightmares and the cute little butterflies and tigers are kind of the good dreams, I
Yeah,
guess.
necrotic energy sucks. Am I right?
Uh, yeah, about that. Um, Maybe we should get out of the stinking pit. Uh, I really don't want to be here any longer than I gotta be.
Yeah, is it still raining?
Um, I could care less. I'd rather smell rain than rotting corpses.
Well, I was more asking Bear because, like, I don't if it's.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess either way.
It
You're
does
right.
appear to be like it's raining, but it's much lighter rain by this point. It's manageable if you would want to press forward, but also it's up to you if you would like to wait it out. You had
I'm
been
gonna do the
going for
whole
roughly,
dad.
I don't know, it's probably roughly like 6 in the afternoon by now. So
I'd
you
rather
got
sleep
options.
at a tree than in here. Yeah, so. All right, I'm gonna do the dad at Applebee's thing, clap hand, like, all right, gang, let's roll out. We're good.
Perfect.
Which I've done physically. It was Very embarrassing for everyone involved. I loved it.
Perfect. That means you're doing it right.
Galen, you said something about a demon with sigils and a hurt eye. You mind explaining that a little bit? Do I know what I'm working with?
Oh, and like our characters would keep talking. I'm not trying to interrupt, but I'll just be like, "Walk and talk. Let's go. Get out of here." And then
Yeah,
just...
yeah. We're walking it this
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It does take some extra, like, it takes you and Archie to push the doors open to the start of this place, or it would take one of you like extra amount of time because these are very heavy doors. This looks like it was genuinely set up as a shelter at one point, and was probably commandeered by these creatures. But and it's pretty heavily fortified, so good on them for that. Shows how much good it did them.
let us in.
But
I'll
yeah,
go
no,
off
you guys
whatever
begin.
Dan said. Well, Dan's asked. I think Galen something.
Yes,
Are we
Dan.
good?
What Luna
Oh,
was
yeah.
asking Galen.
So Galen, you're if you told Galen that, he's just gonna be staring at the ground at your feet. He didn't hear you at all. He is like he is looking through the ground. He's focused in his head.
Galen, are you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
Yeah, we gotta go.
Seems I struck a nerve. I'm sorry. Man. I'll
Don't be.
figure out my boundaries soon enough.
It's all right. And then he's gonna like kind of throw his bow over his shoulder and start messing with something in his pack, as just following where you guys are headed off to.
I think he reminds me of Trent a bit in that. So I'll just like put an arm around him and be like, you're part of House Ragnar now. Your problems are ours. You don't have to explain it, but we're here.
Fuck yeah.
He's gonna kind of like look over his shoulder at you as he's like fiddling with whatever's in his backpack and be like, "Yeah, you too." Fuck.
Hell,
Let's go.
you do be Trent 0.5 so far.
This whole
Be
group
1.5
is,
with Bless.
you could tell that Trent has worn off on everybody.
The social anxiety is real.
It is.
Dan, did you say your character's name when it introduced it?
Yeah, it was Luna.
Okay. Luna. Cool. Alright, so yeah, we just trudge along. I
Mhm.
suppose looking because we're going to be walking into the night because it's a several day journey, right?
It's
Overall?
probably going to take a couple days total, yeah, just
Okay.
to scale it.
Since it's late, I would just be looking for like any type of shelter if possible.
And
Cave
eventually,
or
like,
something in a hut. I don't know. Because I don't know if this is like a travel path where like people live, other than the monastery.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll for it because like there would be other caves along the path, but given your survival checks earlier, again, even with Equilibrium, like Equilibrium almost seems frustrated at this point, and like looks around and just kind of like has his arms crossed. Just, well, it seems I was given misinformation then. If I'd known that we were going to be coming up here with the trails completely barren, aside from a couple of birds, I would have laxed up a little bit. Though I suppose my being too lax was what... Perhaps getting careless isn't a good idea either. And he seems like kind of just like to be mumbling to himself, being frustrated at the situation about the like being in the cave and being frustrated about the information he was given seeming to be off about like wildlife being so normally abundant up here. And he kind of he would actually come up to you, Galen. Just, this seems to be more of your forte. Do you think there's potentially a reason that there aren't many animals up here? Do you think the fiends were feeding on them?
They could have been. I'm not too sure. Sorry, I'm not in the right headspace right now. It's hard for me to focus.
I understand. I'm also a tad frustrated when hearing any information about another potential actual dragon being spotted in the continent is exciting enough, but a bit stressful hearing that it is not doing the best. Oh, let's just continue on and focus on the mission at hand then. Yes. I'll leave you to yours.
Thank you. And then he starts, you know, messing with the thing in his packet as well. It's going back to it.
Well, I just dragged Winter's my icon off.
Yeah, he's gone.
Goodbye,
What the
Winter.
I can't find it. It's in the ether.
The never-ending story dragon came and swept you off your feet to be someplace safe.
Oh no! Can I just live with the crab?
No, this is north. The crab went south. But yeah, no, everybody but Winter does manage to find shelter because Winter's off in the ether somewhere. You guys,
I mean,
do manage to find...
winter is probably. So, how does exhaustion work if I were to not rest in a long, or something?
Exhaustion's like, so the way I'm doing it is, you can take so many short rests in a day before eventually you do need a long rest. Like you just need sleep, and depends on how much you're exerting yourself. You could also be, you know, it could come on sooner. I would say normally it's a case of like if you go 24 hours without sleep, you hit a level of exhaustion, and then like exerting yourself further beyond that. Like if you were to take a big fight while exhausted, I would give you another level of exhaustion, and it would start like stacking up essentially.
Okay.
And then like the longer you're awake, obviously the worse it gets. But
I know it's like not necessary, but I was just thinking with like the new party in Winter, like even though we got through the fight, just be like, it's fucking weird. I'm just gonna like do watch. But maybe I do like a short rest. I would just take most of the watch, but I wouldn't have a long rest. Something like basically saying Winter is just trying like extra hard to be like, no, I'll do it.
Works for me. In this case, I'm gonna say for now, we're gonna go ahead and end session here. We will start next session with you guys long rest in a further up cave, and we will go from there. If that sounds good to y'all.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I love y'all's
Happy to,
characters.
I was gonna say happy to meet the new
Yeah.
characters. Very excited.
Yes.
L to the yeah, dog.
Galen's secretly a sweet boy. I'm calling it now. Just got to get to that inner fluff.
I am
Yeah.
ice cold.
Yeah,
don't
well,
know
that's
what
what
you
you
mean.
think. You just
Man,
need
I
a
am
little.
ice cold.
I am the one don't need a gun to get respect upon the street.
Careful, Dan.
Couldn't have said
DMCA.
it better myself.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I think John's character is my favorite ever, just because it makes me feel so like relaxed. Like even in RP thing, because I do get nervous sometimes, like especially when it's like the remaining character. That whole like charisma high, but not really. But like when you're talking, like I just feel like, yeah, I can interact with this. Cool. Awesome.
Well,
So
he
when I'm
also
around a
sees
character
Winter as
Galen,
like
I'm
he's like, well,
terrified.
that's like that's one of the part of the group of like the people that I like admire. Like that's why I'm
Yeah, I
here.
didn't expect the
Mhm.
fan club, the fanboy
Yeah.
thing, kind of. I was like,
I had an idea. I was like, what if
like
what if I just made a character that was like just a giant fan of like Ragnar, like House Ragnar, and by proxy like Mount Claw.
because that would track of like hearing what we've done across the land and like
Yeah.
and then the void cube and like because Winter would be around because like if you're such a strong dude, like kind of like in the void cube summit where I was saying like, yeah, I feel like I would recognize these other gym bros. You'd probably be there too, you know. Just cool.
Yeah, he was just so you're like, so his strength is +6.
Yeah, I was confused by the 14.
Yeah, and he has skill expert, so his athletics are +14. He's a grappler, which is why he has +14 in athletics because I need that.
Wait, so his strength is a plus what?
He's a +6.
So you have something that gets you like 22 strength, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you add that modifier twice.
I add the proficiency modifier twice.
And then what's the? Because that would be 12. What's the 14?
Proficiency modifier twice currently is 8 plus the 6 from the strength modifier. So yeah, it should be 14.
That. I
It's
was doubling the strength.
I was gonna say it's
No, that
effectively.
tracks.
If you're getting that, that effectively means that you just have expertise in
Mhm.
athletics. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, athletics.
He literally did that shit for you. Fuck.
Huh?
You did you do that to win arm wrestling?
No. I did it because he's a grappler.
Oh, okay, no,
And
yeah, 'cause it's
grapplers
cool.
grapplers
And you did
need
do
like
that in the fight.
athletics.
Yeah, the aggressor needs athletics for sure.
But yeah, I was like, as a side effect, like, oh, I gotta arm wrestle him.
It just made sense because like you surprised me as a character as well as Winter because it's like when I arm wrestled Eileen's character, that was super early on. It was just strength on strength, and it was just the rolls.
Yeah.
So it's like I never fall somebody like if Eileen now or something, you know, that was like, oh, oops, there are people out there more than just muscle. They use the muscle better. That just makes sense.
I was just about the training.
I love
And maybe it's
I
Maybelline.
love from what I know so far, I like Luna. It seems like it's such a cool character. Like just the aesthetic is super fucking cool. Like the dream stuff, it's sick to me. How it's like good and bad dreams. I think that's really cool. And I fucking love Galen. He's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's like he's ice cold and he's just like he's like especially in
I'm
that game we did
terrified
like
to
the
RP
first
Galen.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems stressful.
The man's efficient.
If nothing else, he should be efficient.
For sure.
I do love though that he's still very human. Like I remember like on last session where he like messed up something and he was like stupid. what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, it's great. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick outro, but I will mute myself and I will be right back. So yeah, thank you guys for coming out as always. Do appreciate you guys. I'm gonna try to look for someone here to send you guys off to. 2 Sundays from now, which is going to be, let me look at the calendar real quick. Going to be August 25th. If nothing comes up, we will have, hopefully Eileen will be rejoining us as 6-8 again. Hopefully, ideally Gunner will also be back as Equilibrium, which I forgot to include in combat this time, and I feel bad about that, but it worked out. Everything is fine. The boys handled it. Mount Claw is capable. But yeah, no. Hopefully more people will be back. If not, it's all good. It's all about take care of the health first and then get back to the game when you're able to, as always. For now, though, let me have a look here. Do I send you guys over to Eureka? What are they doing? They're doing New Vegas. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we'll just send you over there. We'll send you guys over to Eureka, who's doing some Fallout New Vegas. That's always a good time. More D&D 2 weeks from now on the 25th. I think that's what I figured out. Yeah, 25th if everything goes to plan. Otherwise, I will be back probably Wednesday night with Pokemon Coliseum, so please look forward to that. We'll also try to do... We're starting Legend of Zelda this week. We're going to be starting Legend of Zelda Link to the Past on Friday night, and then Saturday nights are going to be for Final Fantasy IX until we finish that up, and we can hopefully kick Ozma in the nuts, stupid fucking bird. But yeah, go show these people some love. Appreciate you guys, and I will be seeing you soon, hopefully. Ta-ta. Are we about to set this place to blow up?
Yeah. You just need to find the other key card people.
Hello, Bear. Hello. You ended stream kind of early, but hello. How are you today? How was the D&D? The fuck is this room? Kicks in the door. Where's the juice? I drank the juice, bitch. I drank it. I mean, granted, I stole most of it from your fridge, but, like, still. Oh, shh. Fucking hello. That scared the fuck out of me.
Lily just took Hardin's head off.
Good. Can I get
Rex. Good puppy. Come your puppy. Get out of the hallway.
When New Vegas wants to work, it's really fun. But hi, welcome in everybody. For anyone who hasn't been here before, my name is Yuriko. I'm a yokai variety streamer. I play a
Why do you have
ton of
bottle of
Souls
wine?
games. Play a fuck ton of Souls.
Oh yeah, he has a super sludge on his shelf that you can take. You could probably repair
Wow.
Lily's one max.
What did I need the key card for?
You still need one more key card. Remember the VR pod room? Go there.
Ooh.
Other way.
I'm just exploring at this point. But yeah, New Vegas has been definitely interesting.
Yeah, it surprisingly has only crashed about like 4 or 5 times in the entire playthrough.
For the console version.
Yeah, for the console version.
For the fucking console version. Slightly mad about that, but whatever.